It is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday. I got old Oprah. It is Friday. June 7th. Nobody's winning a car. 2024. Good morning. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Ooh. Ooh. We are having I am having major crisis right now.
Oh, no. Boy.
Gio is not here today.
Mm-hmm.
He's off today. Gio's most important job is what, Carmen?
To get you coffee.
Thank you. And now I am sitting here coffeeless.
Oh. Were you aware of that?
Yes. But I had a busy day yesterday because Bobby's here, and I was like, I didn't think about it till this morning. This morning I woke up and I thought maybe I will drive to Starbucks and then come back here.
How hard did you laugh after that?
Oh, no. I was dressed and ready to go at 5 o'clock, but then I realized that they don't open till 5:30. And I think that might be cutting it too close. So then I didn't do it. I sat on the edge of my bathtub this morning going, I got my flip-flops on. It's 5 o'clock. I can get there by 5:15 and back here by 5:30. But then I went, they don't open till 5:30. So therefore, Uber Eats is on its way.
Oh. Now, Michael, did you receive my text message this morning?
I did not.
Oh.
Well, he received it. He just didn't read it.
No, well, yeah. Oh, Spanish.
Yeah.
Good morning, Michael. Do you need me to stop and get your coffee? How nice was that?
Yeah.
I did not get that Spanish, or I would have went, yes.
All right.
But I also didn't want to ask you because I didn't know what your routine was like. I didn't want to screw up your morning.
No. I mean, I don't have any problem stopping for you to get coffee. And, my insecurities when you didn't answer, I was like, oh, God, he hates me.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I really didn't see that till right now.
All right, cool.
From yesterday's show, my whole day was consumed with why does Dom need an office?
Oh
my God. My
saga
phone
continues.
has been blowing up. I talked to everybody from sales to management to no one can tell me if this is real or not. Everybody's like, we just thought it was a joke.
I don't know if you're aware, but it made it to social media as well.
I am not aware. I did not check the social medias yesterday. Not a lot, other than Instagram.
Ethan, who you guys sometimes refer to as Evan,
yeah.
who is on 107.3 The Eagle, which is our sister station, and sometimes The Bone with the after show, and I think he does stuff with Mo on the.
Yeah, I heard him on the after show the other day. I didn't know he did that. I'm glad he did that.
Yeah, I think there's a revolving crew because I think JoJo's been on there. Corey Cardinal, I think, has been on there. So yeah.
But Evan is almost every day.
Ethan.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm kidding. I know. I talk to him every day.
Yeah, so he says, I'm with you, Mike Calta. Why would Dom be getting an office? I don't have one. Fisher doesn't have one. What's up with that?
Now, Fisher has never been really a let's hang around the station kind of guy, but he does do mornings.
He does mornings, and if he, needs a place to prepare or do whatever,
yeah. And I don't know.
And then Monica chimed in. Monica replying to Ethan, saying, Carmen and I don't either. They don't have Carmen doesn't have an office,
and she's there a lot.
Yeah,
Monica doesn't have one, yeah. But she goes on to say, but overall, I think the better use for that space is a social media room. A green screen, ring light, props, whatever to ensue.
Monica and I have been saying that for years.
But that
not even that room, just in general.
To have one.
Right. The station needs one because they want us to do more social media and they want us to post more.
That was the idea of when I moved the stuff on. My last conversation that I had with Dom was, we are not using that as an office. That is becoming a video room. We are doing social media stuff in there.
So it's not like you're saying, my stuff is just sitting in there. Nobody can use it.
No.
Right.
Exactly. Like we had plans for that office. We also have things going on with Bone TV that we were going to do in there. So I don't understand where this is all coming from, but people are losing their minds. And rightfully so.
It's a wild ride.
So wait, what is the consensus of people that you talked to in the building that they really thought it was just going to be a big joke?
Everyone was like, oh, yeah, no, that's just Dom. And I go, I don't think so. I don't think so. And everybody's like, well, why would he need it? I go, yes, that's my whole point. My whole point.
At one point, he did tell me that I could still keep my headphones in there.
Oh, how nice of him.
What is the conversation that you've had with him about it?
nothing. It's literally like he'll walk in and be like setting up to go on air with us, and he'll be like, "Oh, they're changing that room out for me, and that's gonna be my office now." He's like, "But don't worry, you can still keep your headphones in there." And but like it's a very quick, and then but like kind of like I don't know. I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I believe Dom. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He can just be joking around.
Well, that's a general consensus. Everybody's like, he's not being serious. No one has ever said to him, "We will give you an office." He's just being Dom. And I went, I don't know.
But I think he is, because he's mentioned talking like going down like, "Oh, I'm gonna go see Meter."
And what
And
does
I
he
know-
think that's going to do?
And I think because I'm pretty sure that's who's making this decision.
Mm.
That's who's behind this decision.
Mm-mm.
Is that what he told you?
Mm.
He's lying to you then.
Let's just say several people said, I just assumed he was kidding.
Oh man.
I just thought it was a joke. Why would he need an office? That's what I heard from a lot of people yesterday.
Yeah. And the other thing, because he also mentioned it being like a green room for all of his guests, even though there's like
A green room. There's a lobby out there.
That's
Why does he need a green room?
So that's the other reason why I thought it was a joke, because we literally have 3 couches 10 feet away from that room. So
Ay. He's really got his head blown up. Huh?
I don't know.
All right, well, I guess we'll find out Tuesday morning.
Yeah,
I haven't
Tuesday.
spoken.
Oh, Tuesday.
I haven't.
Yeah. No, yeah, and then he's sending you mean texts.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Long ones.
Dom
about-
was being mean to you?
Yeah, it sent me this long text about how I need to get over there and clean out Mike's stuff because they gotta. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
God.
Hold on, I'm gonna read it.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I know.
Hey, buddy. Great show this morning.
This is to me, by the way, that he's reading.
I was talking to Mike Cernak, who's our engineer at the station, and we really need you to get the rest of the stuff out of the office. We've got new carpet coming in along with new paint and new furniture. Who's authorizing this? This has been a project that has been going on for well over 6 months. I would really appreciate if you would go to the station and get that stuff that Mike wants to keep. Dom.
Ugh.
And then Spanish said, okay, I will. I had to get brakes replaced yesterday on my car. And he said, you don't need brakes to get to the radio station. You just need the accelerator. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
How is he going to fit his head through the door
Dude,
and into the office?
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
It's our fault. You realize that. Hoppy's our fault.
Yeah.
All right. Say it, Garrett. Say it.
Hour. Do you have a
Pump the
mouse in your
brakes.
pocket?
It's my fault.
Yeah.
It's my fault. We give people false hope, false beliefs. They really run with it too, man.
But I do have a question.
Yeah.
Has he talked to you about this at all? Like in a one-on-one capacity where it was like in a serious way of him saying, hey,
The
This
last
is-
conversation we had was, I think, maybe in January or Christmas time.
Okay.
And I said, we are still using that room. That room is being used for video stuff. And he said, oh, I was unaware. And, and he was talking about putting a credenza in there. And I said, listen to me. I said, that is my office. And we are using it. We are using it as in another capacity, even though that we are not there all the time.
yeah.
That is it.
Mhm.
That is the last conversation
All
I
right.
had.
That's what I figured. Because we talked about it because of the boxes and stuff. And I don't know.
The idea to pack up the stuff that I'm keeping is fine.
Right.
JoJo and I went through it on
Yes.
FaceTime. She said, do you want this? Do you want this? I said, no, and yes, and no. And she packed up, and there's 3 boxes in there. There's a refrigerator
Mhm.
and, that sort of stuff. And that was the last conversation I had with anybody about it. No urgency to get it all out
Yeah.
of there, except from anybody but Dom.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
there you go. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
As I sit here and I wait for an Uber Eats of my Starbucks,
Mhm.
I had an Uber Eats problem last night
Oh.
that I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through talking about.
Shocker.
Oh, no.
And please tell me what the solution is to this, okay? So Bobby's here, and Bobby and I decide we're going to go out and get a steak dinner. I said, great. So then me and my daughter went in the pool, and then Bobby came in the pool, and then we were in the pool for like 2 hours. When we got out of the pool, I took a shower and I was like, I don't feel like getting dressed and leaving the house. So I said to Bobby, why don't we just order in and we'll order from a nice restaurant? And he said, fine, I'm good with that. So we ordered food from a nice restaurant that will remain nameless, but it is an upscale restaurant. My daughter got grilled salmon with white rice, and when she opened the lid, there was a clump of hair. Not one hair. A clump of hair on her white rice.
I have not been fishing for a while, but I don't think salmon have hair.
Dude, I'm really gonna throw up just talking about it. And we took it off and covered it, and it was gross, and we didn't know what to do, and blah, blah, blah. What do you do?
I mean, you take a picture of it and you send it to Uber and you say, "Hey, this is the situation." And
I didn't order the hair.
Yeah. You call the restaurant.
I depends on what Uber does. I think.
Well, that was my whole point to my wife. My wife and I got in a fight about it. I said, she's like, you should call the restaurant. And I go, why? They don't refund you the money. They don't do anything. And she's like, yeah, but what do I go? Take a picture and send it to Uber and tell them this is the deal. And she's like, I am gonna, but you should still call the restaurant anyway. I go, for what? The point? Like, why would I do? Why?
Yeah.
Why? What is the point?
Because they're not going
you.
to drive you a new thing.
Right. And even if they did, nobody wants to eat what we just saw had a clump of hair in it, you know, from the same place.
Yeah, I think you deal with Uber first and see what happens there, and then if they're like, no, not at all, then you could call the restaurant and be like, hey, do you know that there was a clump of hair and we ordered it from Uber and now we're not getting it? Like, what the hell?
Yeah. I don't really know what the end result was because my wife was dealing with it, but I was so grossed out. I didn't know what to do, and it made me not want to eat my dinner, and I was like eating it and like looking at it, and I was grossed out. So that is that. But then my wife with her just call the restaurant. I'm like, for what? I go, what is the point? You people want to know why I'm calm all the time because I think about it. It's common sense. If I call the restaurant and I say to the restaurant, hey, there's hair in the food, they're going to go, okay, well, we'll give you a coupon or something. I don't want a coupon.
And also, where did you pick it up? No, I got it from Uber Eats. All right, well, then maybe it was the but also maybe it was the driver's hair. They were rummaging through your food, and you know what I mean? Like, they're going to put it on somebody else.
Yeah.
Right. You go through the service that you ordered the food from.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you did call the restaurant, what do you say? I got a huge... Is somebody dying in the restaurant because there is a huge clump of hair?
I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah.
And first of all, it was so gross to me. It ruined my whole night. I was like, it was gross.
You do the Seinfeld where they got the hair in the babka.
Yeah.
You go, I got some hair with the salmon around it.
Oh, it was just gross.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
So,
what'd you get from Uber Eats this morning? Just coffee?
Yeah. Just coffee.
Just one coffee?
No, I got Bobby a coffee too because
you can't order just one.
Except this is the problem. He gets what we call the Amanda because it's what my wife gets. He gets 4 shots of espresso over. This is how I know everybody's order. 4 shots of espresso over ice in a venti cup with a little bit of water, a little bit of cream, 2 stevia, and then when he's ordering next to me through me, I'll go 4 shots of espresso over ice, 2 stevia. A little bit of water, a little bit of cream, and then he tries to throw in a matcha meatball, and I'll be like, I'm not dumb. You know what I mean? Like he just because he's gotten me a couple of times with the desserts. Oh, tell him I want a lemon flambe and a lemon flambe, and they're like, we don't have lemon flambe. I'm like, son of a bitch. But the thing is that you can't, or if you can, I couldn't figure out how to order that individually, so I just faked it with an iced coffee.
Yeah.
And then I put the 2 stevia and a little water in there, and I'm going to be like, I got your coffee, and let's see if he notices.
Okay. All right.
Now, I know he doesn't want to come in here because he doesn't like Sporcle.
Right.
And he's afraid. And then with Gio not being here today, he's 100% involved in Sporcle. So we'll see how that goes.
It's on his side. It's all Boston stuff.
Oh, hell yeah.
I helped him out. I sent it to him last night. He's going to be great.
Larry Bird.
We watched Jeopardy last night and forced him to watch with us. And he got one answer that he was so proud of. I don't even remember what it was, but he jumped up and I'm like, does Bobby know we already answered? He's like, no, just let it go. Let him enjoy it.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to let him enjoy it.
He had a problem with me yesterday because I said on the show that he yells all the time,
Yeah.
which I think we all said as a group that we agree with. But he was like, you yell. I'm like, I don't yell. And he goes, I got video of you yelling at a host at a restaurant. I go, yeah, okay, that's a different story. There was a situation there. The guy was supposed to have us seated together for Thanksgiving, and he had us at 3 different tables. That required some yelling.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I got it on video. I'm like, I don't care. What do you think you're going to do? Ruin my reputation? There's been a lot of things on video that people think they saw. Not worried about that. Look at that. Look at the heat index. Ay.
Gross.
It is going to be insane.
Love
It
it.
sucks. Like you can't do anything outside.
Calvin, you
Oh,
really,
okay.
you can run in this weather?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
I go walk the pier.
Do you really?
Yeah.
You
With a
still do that every
backpack
night?
with the weight on. Nah, not as much as I'd like to.
You're out there rocking?
Yeah.
You got a backpack with weight?
I put that kettlebell that you got me, the 25-pounder. I'll throw it in my backpack and I'll walk around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know they have weighted vests.
I know.
But you're just doing it on the.
Yeah. On the
Yeah,
Are
fly.
you preparing for a fight?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You should be.
No. I just like it because I don't like to. I'm not a big runner. I never liked running, but I could walk.
Walking's totally fine.
Yeah.
Why your body really doesn't know the difference?
Yeah.
You can walk and do that. That's totally fine.
And sometimes,
My body seems to know the difference rather quickly.
Dr. Bill said, do not, like, he told me specifically, but it's also because I have loose knees, but Dr. Bill said, do not run. Walking is just fine, but do not run.
I'll take his advice then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
I like walking with that the rucksack because I'll go down and like halfway down the pier. There's a bar. And I'll just go grab a beer and I'll just walk with my rucksack.
Doesn't that seem like it's defeating the purpose?
Nah, I enjoy it. It's
Yeah, I'm
peaceful.
not saying it's not enjoyable, but why bother carrying the weight if you're going to go drink a beer?
well, you're still getting the cardio. You're still getting cardiovascular
And core.
Yeah,
And
and
they-
core. But the beer is not like canceling all that.
And they
No.
have the drunk mile where you have to like
Yeah.
chug a beer after every lap.
Oh.
Yeah,
Maybe
Beer
just
mile,
practice-
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm practicing. Yeah, thank you, Carmen.
Yeah, you're welcome. I got you. I know how it
Yeah,
works.
yeah.
I heard a commercial. They're doing some ruck walk for charity. Something.
Really?
I heard
Yeah.
it on here. I don't know what it's for
What
exactly.
is,
but
for us unathletic people, what is a ruck walk?
it's whenever you have a weighted backpack, or it's military is what it is. So
Right.
they have all the stuff on there. So they do that where you have a backpack with weight on it.
I have to tell
and
you,
then-
Galvin, I've heard that commercial for the last 2 weeks, and I've been wondering that. I'm like, what the heck
If
is
only
ruck?
there was a giant box with a
Yeah.
thing
Well,
that
I-
answers the questions for
Well,
you.
I figured that it would come to me because he's like, you can ruck, walk, or run. And I was like, what
Yeah.
does ruck have to do with any of those other things?
I wonder what the straw is that makes you go, I'm going to look it up. Like you can hear something to bug you until you go to a computer and look it up.
Yeah.
It doesn't bug me. It just catches my ear. And I'm like, did anyone hear that commercial?
Yeah.
It's played for 2 weeks. So someone's heard it. So that's a thing. And I'm like, all
Yeah.
right. let's
I'm
just
convinced that
keep
people don't
moving.
hear commercials the way they want to hear it or the way they should be hearing it because I would say the number one email that I get from people is, what is that air conditioning company you always talk
Oh
about?
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've been endorsing Superheat and Air since they started putting AC units in my home. I've been here 5 years. I was over there 5. I mean, it has to be close to 8 years now. And I've been endorsing Superheat and Air, and people are like, "Hey, what is that?" I get emails all the time. What is the? I can't remember the name of the company. That's why I always tell people it's got a little guy with a cape on the side. Just remember that. Put it in your phone. Put the phone number in your phone because the day that you can't get a hold of me, that you're going to need them, you'll
Right.
want to know Superheat and Air.
Yeah.
I also wonder if people are doing that to be like letting you know that they're going to use them, or also let me ask Mike and see if he gives me the secret
Discount.
code.
Yeah.
The secret code that
Hate to
tell
bring it to you.
him, tell him Mike sent you, and then they'll do this or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't work there, so.
Yeah. Are
But
you
I
sure?
I do have worked. They just put a new unit in my home. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a giant paperwork on my front door for the inspector has to come by and take a look at it.
You know, it's funny as I was pulling out yesterday and I saw that and I was like, I wonder if that was a thing that they put up for Joey's graduation,
Oh.
like come around back or something. I was going to say, hey, I don't know whether you realize there's something still on your door. But
Yeah, no, the inspector has to come by and I don't know what they do. I
the
guess they
city inspector, they have to make sure that it was installed properly.
All up
basically.
to
It's up to
code.
code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They hit
like
it
in
with
the
a hammer.
backyard, or they got to go up
Yeah.
in the attic.
The guy,
No.
he actually rocks over.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Right.
When they came and did mine last year, they just went to the back.
Okay,
And then they checked the breaker because they got to make sure that
Oh.
it's connected to the breaker correctly.
so they got to come inside.
Yeah.
So what if the guy comes to the door and he feels like he needs an office here?
Well, I'll clear it out, Michael.
Should probably give them one.
Yeah,
I mean, you do have a lot of AC units.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
yeah.
By
Just,
the way, just so you know, preparing for this battle that is going to ensue about what's happening with the office and stuff. I would not say that it's stuff for Bone TV. Everybody knows that's not going to happen. You know what I mean?
I just say social media.
Right? Yeah,
Social
that's
media.
more. Because if you say Bone TV, they're going to be like, really? Come on.
We should tell Dom that they were going to give him that office, but they gave it to Shark now that he's doing the Saturday show on Saturday.
That'd be great.
Dude.
And you can only go in there if you cry.
Oh my God.
Tell him they're giving it to Open Mouth Sally, and then Dom will be telling him all this stuff, and he'll just be staring at him with his mouth open.
He's still here, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Is he
Who?
still there? Open Mouth Sally?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What station?
He's morning on Magic.
With who?
No one, just him. Danielle's afternoon, middays.
I'm so confused.
So she was mornings. They
Right.
put him on with her, and then he forced her out, and now she's middays and he's mornings.
She chose to leave.
Uh-huh.
She chose to go to middays.
Oh, it sounds like like you want to spill the tea.
No, we've talked about it before because she has new business endeavors.
Oh.
She bought her gym.
Oh yeah,
I bought it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you did. Wait, what? Yeah, she bought her gym, and so she spends a lot of time there right now as a new business owner, I guess. So it was just an easier transition to let him do mornings and her.
I got to
do
tell you,
middays.
how great is that if your husband can build everything?
I know,
Like
Yeah.
she
dude.
could buy whatever
I would
and
totally
be
get a
like,
husband.
Right?
and be like,
Wait.
yeah, hey, I want this and do this
Yeah.
and flip that over. and-
Right?
yeah,
I was-
he's so good at that stuff. It's unbelievable.
I had lunch with her, and she was like,
Wait,
what?
"This was months ago."
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This was
Wait,
months ago.
still,
I
what?
like,
Yeah.
yeah. It was weird for me too.
Did you call her up and say, "Hey, do you want to have lunch?"
No, I ran into her in the building, and she was like, "Hey," because about all the stuff that I was going through at the time. She's like, "If you want," I was like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And we went to lunch, and she was telling me about having.
Oh, so
a-
she's just a nice person.
Yeah, she's
Oh, gross.
That's what threw us all off. We were confused. We see you every day. None of us ask you to go to lunch.
No.
not true. I did.
Well,
Yeah.
you just like food. You're like, I'll get this sad weirdo to buy me something.
yeah. But she like mentioned having chickens, and then she was like, and then in the next week he had built like 3 chicken coops or so. It was like something like
Oh,
that.
did
I
you
was
see
like,
they found that bunny? There was like a
Yeah.
bunny that was obviously domesticated somewhat, and it was in their yard. And then now the bunny has like the greatest mansion you've ever seen that a bunny lives in. Yeah.
That it blows my mind how you could look at empty space and be like, "Oh, okay, I see what goes here."
I can tell you, I'm good at the idea of it, but I'm not good at building or doing anything. But I'm good at like, it would be cool
Yeah.
if you did this and had this, but yeah, I could begin to build something.
No, that is insane. My number one best friend is here, Bobby Kelly. How you doing, pal?
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
"It's good to see you, Bobby."
Happy everything day, man. Good to see you too. Wow, he's taller than me, huh?
You move that chair up.
Yeah.
You all right? Bobby is
Why
trying
don't
to
I
sit in
count?
Gio's chair. There you
Look
go.
like a king cobra that's about to strike.
Ricky Tiki Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Scary cartoon.
It's a
It was a
mongoose.
scary cartoon,
Yeah.
and it's. I don't think it gets its credit.
I agree.
I have no idea what it is.
Oh, really?
Ricky
No,
Tikki Tabby?
I've heard people say that, but I don't know what that means.
It's a cartoon about a moccasin, a mongoose,
Mongoose, yeah.
mongoose that fights a
A
cobra.
moccasin. Moccasin's an
Like
Indian
a-
slipper.
Like a movie?
It was about an Indian slipper that once was
Is it a
cow.
movie or a cartoon?
It's
a
a cartoon.
Cartoon.
And every week it fights the cobra?
Oh, I don't know whether it was an every week thing. Was it?
No, it was weird. It's a one-time thing.
So it was like an animated
It was
movie.
an animated
I think.
movie, and it was
30
just
minutes
this traumatic scene. It's weird because of what kids watch today, what Max shows me.
Right.
Back then, this mongoose fighting a cobra was like traumatic.
Oh, yeah.
because it could die because of cobra.
So they say it's a film, but it is a short film, and it says a young mongoose protects his family, human family, from 2 murderous cobras
Oh.
Yeah,
from
those two.
1975.
And the cobra's and the mongoose's name is Ricky Rocket?
Ricky Tikki Tabby. It's adapted from the Jungle Book.
Somebody's hungry.
Wait a second. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
What?
Did you
Orson
guys ever-
Welles did a voice. in
Orson
there.
Welles.
Yeah, he was the narrator. Yeah.
It was sounded like this. I'm a snake.
Yeah, back then there was only 5 actors.
yeah.
Did you guys ever watch Davy and Goliath?
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Davy.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of
Dave.
my all-time favorite shows I didn't like.
David
Yeah,
Goliath.
right. Yeah, it would just be on, and you're like, why is this on? And then you'd be watching it.
It was
for
like
some
a
reason.
religious claymation cartoon.
They taught
They
me
used to
lessons.
they make us watch it in school.
Yeah.
So when the teachers were like hung over and they didn't want to do anything, they'd be like, "All right, let's watch Davy and Goliath," and the dog would be like, "Hello, Davy."
That's why I think we're such a great generation because we had this religious foundation and then we rebelled from it our whole lives. But we always had some type of little good moral compass. You know, Max believes in nothing.
Yeah.
So I struggled a bit this morning.
Getting out of bed,
No,
Oh.
got out
putting your
okay.
socks on.
I struggled loving you.
What? You started loving me?
struggling loving you.
right.
Gio usually brings the coffee here.
Mhm.
There's no Gio today.
I don't know what to tell you. The fact that you every time I come here, you have a $5,000 coffee maker, a new one, a new one. I literally opened up the coffee making thing this morning, and I had to go to YouTube to learn how to use your coffee. I had to have some Filipino guy go, well, you want to do, you take the button in the back, and then you fill the reservoir. Now, it grinds your own coffee. You have a Delta Lounge coffee machine in your house. And I was like, oh, my God, this is the best. I wish I could get this. I just made an amazing cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Better than Starbucks would make.
Oh.
And you don't even touch this thing. I had to look for, this is the problem about you. And I love you. I love you, man. But I had to look for like sugar. I had to go open like 75 drawers. And then I was finding gifts I gave you that you never opened.
Oh, that is not true.
Oh, your Apple Watch. I found that.
It was in my drawer.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
draw.
that's my drawer.
Yeah, there's other things that you find unopened gifts.
Like what? You lie. You're
First
filled
off,
with
who
lies.
looks for sugar in a drawer?
Well, it's right below the coffee machine.
It's in a drawer.
Cabinet.
That
Sugar
should be
goes in a
next-
cabinet.
Should be next to the. I say right next to the coffee.
No.
I say that. You know what I mean? Like if I was having a barbecue and I had hot dogs and hamburgers, right next to it, I'd have mustard and ketchup.
The sugar is actually next to his socks in his bedroom in the drawer. There.
Neither one of us use sugar in our sweetener in our coffee, so
Right.
it's not out. And the 3 drawers underneath the coffee machine are all coffee related items.
Real quick, the 3 what?
3 drawers.
Hey, you're not much better. I was going to say, I don't know who struggles more, Staten Island or Boston.
I know.
Midwest got you covered.
What do you
it's
say?
a drawer.
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 Juror.
Drawers.
Drawer. It's not a juror.
Drawers.
Drawer.
Anyway.
You're not going to court. It's not a juror.
Draw.
They're underneath.
Drawer.
They're,
Drawer.
Yeah, the 3 things you
You can't do it.
Draw.
Drawer.
Drawer.
Open the drawer.
Open the drawer.
What did I say?
You're saying drawer.
You're saying
Drawer.
juror.
Drawer.
We're idiots.
The 3 drawers underneath the coffee machine house the cups and the stirrers and all
Get classical.
all the related things to the coffee machine.
The one underneath it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing in there. But
Oh,
I
there's
did
no.
find
There
your
may
mom,
not be
your-
sweetener.
I found your wife's sweet cream.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, easy.
Hey, whoa,
She's
whoa,
still
whoa.
sleeping.
That's right.
Not
Yesterday,
anymore.
I saw his wife's pork chop. So there you go.
All right.
Mamma mia.
She did send the picture.
Okay, so what did you find? What you need?
Buddy,
What unopened gift?
one real quick. I'm sorry. Did we turn into NPR or are we still a comedy show?
But no. But I mean, it's logical.
It was
you
a-
sent me a
it
lot
was
of
a-
gifts.
It was a battery thing. A battery. What are those things called? The
Portable battery?
battery packs.
Oh.
I need to know about that.
You want me to go see if I can find it?
I mean, I'd like to use that now. Thank you. Anyway, Bobby Kelly is here.
Well, you were saying you were struggling with the coffee order because, but he's now.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Thank
Galvin.
God Galvin's here.
Yeah,
It's like
someone's paying attention to the show.
It's like we smoke pot, but we don't.
I ordered your coffee.
You
I
did.
had to get your yeah. I got you a coffee. See now, but now you can't drink it because you shunned Starbucks, and you went for the Pakistani juror. The name of the coffee machine is Juror, and it's right above the drawer. Yeah, I'm watching my guy now.
How's it looking?
I thought he was here, but evidently he's just picking up the coffee.
I did get in touch with the bakery guys.
Oh, the
Bread Bandits?
I
Yeah.
texted him yesterday. I go, could you please? I'll FedEx it. I'll pay for it. Just send us some baked goods this morning. And they didn't get back, but then they'd get back to me like, yeah, sure thing, but they never got back to me after the address.
Well, the last time, whenever the guy came in, they're in Sarasota, and obviously it's very busy in the morning, Tampa and everything. And the guy came like last minute, Kramer busting through the door, and he goes, "I got your bread."
I know. I hope he doesn't because I feel bad, but I would have FedExed it. I would have paid $150 to have members.
Yeah. I mean, it's
You
worth
gotta
it.
pass it on the way.
Yeah. I know.
You could do a little.
We
No,
we
he
gotta-
was saying for like this morning. though.
Right, I get it, but I'm just saying if he doesn't get it this morning,
There's
he
my-
will pass it.
My bread bandit girl.
I got you, baby.
Oh my God, we had such a good time there.
Oh, it was delicious.
I went in by myself a couple of weeks later after the Pipple Toddler show. I went in there and I was like, I'll take 4 of those, and 2 of those, and 3 of
those are
these,
good.
and didn't tell anybody what I bought, so that when I got home, they couldn't go, well, where'd the croissants go that you bought? I go, they were out of croissants today. So I could eat them on my 2-hour drive home.
That was so cool. I love when you're fatting out with somebody
Yeah.
and somebody else who loves food shows up. 'Cause
Carmen's always a gamer.
Carmen showed up and she would just dove in. Her boyfriend took like 10, 15 minutes to kind of, but then he got into it.
Yeah.
But Carmen
Carmen
showed up.
showing up is like you have a pickup basketball game and Jordan shows up to
Yeah.
play. You're like,
For sure. I remember the first time I saw Carmen unhinge her jaw to eat a piece of pizza. And it was I remember that, Carmen. It was
Yeah.
in it was in Sarasota.
We were at a sandwich shop.
At Lakewood Ranch.
Yeah.
Carmen went,
Listen, Robert Kelly saw me. I was eating a croissant and it had like almond, cinnamon, honey butter or something, and a little of it fell off of the croissant onto my hand, and I just licked it.
Yeah.
And he's just staring at me. He's like, "What did you do? You want a napkin?" I'm like, "No, I'm good."
Carmen, are you next level? I'll suck it out of the shirt.
Exactly.
It falls on my shirt.
Oh,
Right out.
100%.
Dude, I use bread as a napkin.
All right. Well, coffee's on the way, supposedly.
Cheers. Thanks.
It's being driven to us by Ricardo in a Toyota Tacoma.
Oh yeah,
Thank you, Ricardo.
that's right.
Gracias, amigo. Do you think he was just starting his day or just ending his day?
Starting it.
starting. Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
This would be a fun job, I think, driving around in the morning.
Aren't you surprised whenever you see 2 things? One, a very attractive woman delivering Uber Eats, or
Never
2,
happens.
or 2. I have
Yeah.
a couple times. I'm like, "Ooh, check out Yvetta or whatever." But then other is whenever they show the car and it's like a Lexus or
Yeah,
something. And I'm
yeah.
like, "Well, this guy the other day got me. He got me. Very happy, and I'm blessed to have a wonderful family. My wife and I are expecting a kid, so I'm driving Uber, like his little profile, driving Uber Eats to get some extra money, and I'm like, oh, you just bumped
got
up
the
your
dip.
tip.
You
Yeah.
read that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh no! Once I order the food, I exit out. I don't even read the person's name.
Oh.
I don't want to know anything.
Well, you have to get in a zone. Carmen's doing the stuff like the Samoans where she's slapping her legs. She's getting ready for it.
She's holding a rock underwater.
This guy says Ricardo, 0 rapes.
Nice.
Zero
Yeah.
Right.
Jesus.
I like it.
He's good, I guess.
Yeah. I got one day. I was hanging with a buddy and we were smoking pot, and I ordered some food for us, and then under there it said knows Spanish. And I looked right at him and I said, "Dude, how does he know me?" And he was like, "No, you moron. That's a language." I was like, "Oh, Jesus."
You gotta
That
lay out
makes
the
sense.
drugs.
He said no to me already.
Yeah. I was like, how?
No Spanish.
What?
All right, let's take a break. We'll get the show moving this morning. We'll check on the progress of the coffee. And when we come back, Carmen will tell us what do you have to give away. And Bobby Kelly will fill in for Gio today as we play Sporcle, his favorite thing to do on the show.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
sorry.
happening next on 102.5 The Bone. I felt like that guy was going to say that word. What is it? That band is called Black Oak County, and they sound like if Nickelback was good.
Yeah.
Or
Nickelback
better.
is good.
Nickelback is good on their heavy songs, but then that song bugs me
Why do they get so much crap?
because that guy had weird hair and
Yeah, yeah.
a woody
Yeah.
nose.
Greasy all the time.
Yeah, and they all wore Affliction shirts. They came around at a bad time. If they came around at a Creed time, they would have been huge. They were like the tail end of that, you know?
And it's just easy. You know, somebody makes fun of them and then everybody just jumps on it. And they're like, all right, that's the one that we hate.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't hate them.
it's like Winger from Beavis and Butthead. You know, Winger got the bad rap and stuff. Meanwhile, Winger had some of the greatest musicians in there that would blow everybody else away. Red Beach is an unbelievable guitar player. Rod Morgenstein, the drummer. Yeah, I mean, they're unbelievable.
Yeah.
Kip Winger,
Rod Morgenstein been around forever.
Yeah, Dixie Dregs and all that stuff. He's an unbelievable drummer. Kip Winger was Alice Cooper's musical director.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't get that job being just some pretty boy. Right. Yeah, it's wild.
I said to him, I said, do you think your looks were part of the problem where by people, you were too good looking? And he was like, nope, it was Beavis and Butthead. Okay. Maybe it was.
Creed was like that too.
What's that, Carmen?
I'd say I have Nickelback's net worth, like the overall band, if you guys want to take a guess.
I mean, I wouldn't even begin to know. I would imagine they're way up there.
Because it says they have a lot of commercial accomplishments.
Yeah. I mean, they have a lot of big hits and stuff. I'm going to say the band altogether, 80 million.
Oh, 200 million.
I would have said 100 million.
This is my favorite thing in the world to do.
Yeah, how much?
I'm gonna say 200 million.
Mike, you are the closest without going over. The band is worth 150 million.
Yeah. Good for them. I don't think they're struggling.
Yeah. For being hated. That's not too bad.
Yeah. And that bothers me that like Skid Row doesn't go, hey, we hate Sebastian Bach, but if Nickelback could be worth $150 million, bring him back and let's do a tour. I'll call Axl. We'll go on with Guns N' Roses, make it right.
Now, didn't Avril Lavigne like make fun of them, and she was with Sum 41, and she was like, losers, idiot, and then wound up marrying the guy?
Yeah.
Well,
She was doing a recording an album in the same studio that they were recording an album in, and her and that guy Chad Kroger were talking in between, and they said, hey, we should work on something together, and that's it. They did. They worked on Love.
Which, by the way, another guy who everybody says his name is Chad Kroger, and he came out and said it's actually Kruger. It's not Kroger. Everybody just said Kroger and went with that. He goes, it's not Kroger.
Oh, so it's Kruger like Freddie?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nah.
It's not Kroger like the food store?
Right. Yeah. Everybody assumed because I think it's spelled the same, whatever, but he says it's different. Like Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
It's not Grande, it's Grand.
And now that he cut his hair, and he kind of looks like Dax Shepard.
Yeah. Dax Shepard doesn't even look like Dax Shepard.
Right,
anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, that's not a compliment.
No. Do we think Avril Lavigne is still the same person?
I don't know.
No.
Right?
That's a robot.
Or a clone?
They killed her off.
Yeah.
Well, my point is, if you're going to clone somebody or make a robot of them, why would you pick Avril Lavigne?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know what, you know.
It's like if the Earth is flat, what are they hiding? Like, why won't they tell us the Earth is flat?
Oh, because if you tell people the Earth is flat, then you also have to. I mean, you don't have to, but that means fundamentally everything we know about science is false.
I was trying to explain to Bobby and my wife yesterday. I said, I don't think the Earth is flat, but hear me out.
Yeah.
And they were both like, you're a loser.
Oh, why?
Because it's coming from him,
All right. Okay. I could see that.
a guy who doesn't know how to control his remote control.
But the fact that we've proven so many things after the fact just lets me know that you should question everything. Nothing is what it seems.
You know, up until yesterday, I thought D-Day was when we stormed the beach at Normandy, and I found out from Carmen it's when we dropped bombs in the alleys.
Yeah. That's
It
right.
is?
So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So we learn something every day.
Yeah.
I listen to Joe Rogan. When I go to bed, I put something on because I got to listen to something.
Yeah.
I listen to Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson's.
Oh,
My brain almost exploded.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what the? I mean, what's going on?
I learned the Bobby Kelly taught me a lesson. Take the red pill. Just take the red pill.
Yeah.
Or blue pill, one of the pills.
It's a blue
Just
pill.
ignore it.
Yeah,
Blue
but,
pill. Yeah, sorry.
but I mean, I don't know.
Stay in the Matrix, man.
Yeah.
But
Eat a
No.
steak. Stay in the Matrix.
I mean, it does sound awesome, but then I just feel like you just wouldn't see whatever's next coming at that point.
if I was any younger, I would probably get into all that. I don't have enough time left to take their. I don't want to know. I don't care.
Because here's the thing: is you could have every conspiracy theory in this and go against this, and this can't be true. What is it changing? What are you doing? Nothing's going to change.
I'm not going to fall off the earth, I'll tell you that.
Nothing in your life is going to change. If you figured out that the earth is flat, you're not changing anything.
Yeah, the Earth is flat thing. I agree with that, but like,
What else?
so the whole thing where they say that you can literally control physical reality with practice and like ESP and psychic abilities, all that is real. Every human being can do it. You just people just don't know because we've been taught not to.
All right. When you figure out how to do it, let me know, and then we'll start robbing banks.
All right,
Don't. I don't need you. I don't need to be laying in bed at night and hear you go, "Hello, Michael. Are you awake?"
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want that in
yeah.
my head. I don't want to hear you ESPN me in the middle of the night.
Well, we won't even have to rob banks because they prove, like the CIA did this study where they proved that you can manipulate physical reality around you through meditation.
All right. Well, then when you figure out how to make piles of money appear in my house,
all right.
let me know.
All right, I'm down.
And then I'll just squeeze you, and the money will come out.
That's not how it works.
So you believe in like manifestation and stuff like that?
I don't really like that word. It's not really manifestation. It's I believe that everything is a vibrational energy. So with learning to manipulate that, I believe that.
Like you can control the outcome of things.
Not the outcome,
I
but-
feel like you're at some point going to be on a beach where you let me run as fast as I can towards you, and you're going to block me with your chi, and I'm just going to knock you
That's the
out.
best video ever.
Yeah.
That's the best video ever. But so they looked into what makes up an atom when they turned on CERN, the particle collider, and they wanted to know why when two atoms collide, why it has that much energy release. So when they went to look inside what atom was, they discovered quarks, which is 98% vibrational energy and 2% matter. Well, I mean, it all plays into, being able to
Oh my God, I
manipulate.
think you did just do something. I hear a lot of people changing the channel.
Jesus Christ.
They manifested us right out of business.
whatever.
You didn't even touch it, and all the radio stations are changing.
It worked. All right, Carmen, what do we have to give away today?
Okay, so we have a bunch of stuff. We have tickets for No, we do not. Sorry. We have tickets for Slash, 30 Seconds to Mars, Jane's Addiction, and the Marley Brothers.
All right, let's do it right now with a little bit of Sporcle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporcle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Bobby Kelly filling in for Gio. Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right, today we're going to be playing movies franchises by subtitles. So I'm going to give you 2 to 3 subtitles, and you're going to give me the franchise of all those movies.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
The first one, The Wrath of Khan.
Star Trek.
Mike Calta. The Phantom Menace.
Star Wars.
Star Wars is correct. Pap.
Galvin.
Calvin gets the point. Judgment Day.
Terminator.
Mike.
Bobby playing.
I said Terminator.
He has
It
answered.
stresses me out so
Just
bad.
later.
I feel so bad.
Carmen,
for
can you turn your mic up a little bit?
Up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Revenge of the Fallen. Dark.
Transformers.
Mike. New Moon. Eclipse. Breaking
Twilight.
Dawn.
Twilight.
Yeah.
Whoa. Breaking Dawn Part 1. New Moon. Eclipse. Breaking Dawn Part 1.
And you say it's not Twilight?
Twilight Saga.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Alvin. Yeah.
Come on.
That's what's on the
That's
paper.
trash.
What it
Integrity.
is. Yeah.
It's not integrity.
Freddy's Revenge. Dream.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Bobby.
Bobby!
I got one.
Judge?
Robert Kelly.
There is motion at the back door.
Hot.
Is your Uber driver fighting with his wife out there?
Are we still playing? We're waiting for Uber?
No, we're
check.
good.
Okay. The Curse of the Black Pearl.
Pirates of the
Spiders.
Caribbean.
Spanish. Their first assignment. Citizens on patrol. Mission
Police
to
Academy.
Moscow. Galvin. Apocalypse. Extinction. Afterlife. Apocalypse. Extinction. Afterlife.
X-Men.
I don't know.
Can you read it one more time?
Apocalypse.
Resident Evil.
Yes. Papa, or what's your name? Spanish. Hello.
You get it finished. Pap, son.
The Island of Lost Dreams. Game Over. All the Time in the World. The Island of Lost Dreams. Game Over. All the Time in the World.
The Lego Movie.
Jurassic Park.
On the right track. Spy Kids. The Last Stand. First Class.
X-Men.
X-Men.
Mike and Pap, we're halfway there.
Robert Kelly is on the board with a single point. Spanish doubling that score 2. Galvin has 3 points, and Michael is your leader by 1. He's winning with 4.
All right, we are doing movies franchises by subtitles. Your next one, The Smell of Fear, The Final Insult.
Can you say one?
The Smell of Fear, The Final Insult.
Chucky.
The Naked Gun. This has an asterisk next to it. That means it is a cartoon, Bobby.
What the hell?
I'm just letting you know. Escape to Africa, Europe,
Madagascar.
Madagascar, Spanish. In Space, In the Hood, Back to the Hood.
Jason.
In Space,
Muppets. No, Muppets of the Hood.
In the Hood, Back to the Hood.
Muppets go back to the hood. What
Scary
up, Grover?
movie.
Leprechaun.
In space.
Yeah.
The Fellowship of the Ring.
Lord of the Rings.
Spanish. This has an asterisk. The Meltdown, Dawn of the Dinosaurs.
Ice Age.
Spanish. Bloodline, Hell on Earth.
Hellraiser.
Oh! That's
Robert
'cause you
Kelly.
look like the guy.
Season of the Witch, The Revenge of Michael Myers.
Halloween.
Galvin. The Final Chapter,
Friday 13th.
Mike Calta, and Pap. We are on the last 3.
Robert Kelly has 2 points. Galvin has 4, and Michael and Spanish are both tied for 5. With 5.
Oh.
Damn game. Come on.
All right, movies, franchises by subtitles. Last 3. Here we go. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. The Voyage.
Chronicles of Narnia.
Spanish. The Squeakquel. Chipwrecked.
Chipmunks. Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Kelly.
Oh!
And your last one.
It's just me in Spanish or no?
No.
I get. Oh,
Michael
you're one
has
ahead
5.
of me.
He has 6. Yep.
Oh, man.
Last one. Pet Detective.
Ace Ventura.
Oh.
Man. I think you got that one.
Your final score, Robert Kelly with 3 points, Galvin with 4, Michael with 5, and Spanish is your triumphant champion today. He won with 7.
I love you. Michael.
Oh man,
Bobby, 3 points.
3
Yeah,
points.
that's good.
That's respectable.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel so good right
We
now.
should play again.
What?
I'm down.
We'll play later. Yeah, play another one.
No.
So you can dread it
much.
for a couple hours. By the way, speaking of movies, have you seen the trailer for the new Dave Bautista movie?
No.
Dave Bautista is a hitman, and he falls in love with this girl, and then he's over there, and then he passes out, and they bring him to the hospital, and they do a scan, and the doctor says, I have some terrible news. It's not good. He goes, you have about 3 months to live, because they scan his brain, all this stuff, whatever. So he winds up putting a hit on himself, and then the doctor calls, and he goes, there's been a terrible mistake. They switched the things over, so now he has a hit out on himself, and he has to fight. It's from John Wick.
That sounds awesome.
It looks really good.
Yeah,
it looks really
That's a
good.
good story.
yeah.
Now he has to avoid everybody trying to kill him.
Yeah, because he tries to lift the hit, and they're like, "No, it's already in. You can't take that away." And there's some girl that he killed her father, and this and that. So he was talking to her about doing the hit, and she's like, "I finally get my revenge, and I get paid. There's no way I'm canceling this."
That's funny. All right, what do we have coming up in news, Calvin?
Coming up in news today, You're No Dexter. Flip it up and reverse it, and that seems like a great idea.
Oh, okay. Let's take a quick break. We'll dive right into news. It's a Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Bobby Kelly is here. He's going to be at Visani Comedy Theater this weekend out in Port Charlotte. I will be down there with him. We'll be hanging out. And what do we do? We're not fishing, evidently, because it's tarpon season and nobody is available.
We're not fishing. We're not eating. We're not having sex with women.
Oh, we're not having sex with men either, just for the record. I'd like to put that out there.
Okay, well, you ruined the whole week. We have no options. I guess we're going to play cards.
Pinochle for the two of us.
What do? We have nothing to do anymore.
I don't know. We don't want to do anything. We don't golf.
I want to have sex with women.
Yeah.
What am I talking about? I'd love to eat.
I don't want to lose half my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. They can't even get massages because they're busting massage parlors now.
Yeah. It's too bad. I'll do some research. Don't worry, Michael.
Would your wife be mad if they busted a massage parlor that you were in?
Yeah. I think so.
Well, what if they only came in for human trafficking? Like they busted those people, not you. You just happen to be there.
If I didn't get busted and they just took the ladies away?
Yeah, like they came in and they like you're on the news leaving in a towel, but you didn't really do anything wrong.
That's so weird.
They hadn't started yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't done anything yet. And I was just getting a massage, and I could lie my way out of it. No. As long as she didn't, she wasn't holding me like a pork roast. That'd be embarrassing. Just they bust in and this poor lady has gloves on.
Tonight you have two shows at Visani, and Galvin is coming to one of the shows.
Yes,
and then he's got a night of surprises for his wife that he won't tell us about.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I like that. That's good. How long you been married, man?
13 years.
Oh, that's
13
a lot,
years,
man. So you got the surprises before the show and after, or just before?
Saturday is surprise day.
Oh, surprise day Saturday.
Yeah, today, Friday, we're just coming out to see you.
That's when you're old. It's like we're going to a show and then we're going to bed. You don't want to play surprises and you fall asleep during one of the surprises.
The surprise, I'm sleeping.
Surprise! Surprise! What's a surprise? Like I couldn't imagine.
Oh, it's not like we're hot air ballooning or anything like that.
You're not
It's
going on a
just-
scavenger hunt.
No. There is a little bit of a scavenger on.
Oh,
You find your wiener.
Her to get stuff for the next thing.
really?
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
Is this
Keep it interesting.
that you got to keep it interesting. I like it. Is there now? Do you feel the pressure on the anniversary? I feel it on anniversaries and Valentine's Day.
No, I'm pretty good with this stuff.
With sex, you don't feel like we.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. No.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Galvin is a great gift giver.
I'm a great gift giver and I'm a great sex giver too.
But you do. It is a different kind when you know you have to do it.
Yeah,
As opposed when you're like, tonight we can go out. But it's like anniversary. It's like we have to do it.
yeah, like Valentine's Day last year. I felt because we got Max a babysitter. He's going to be out for the night, and he was going to sleep over. So I'm like, okay, we have to have sex.
Yeah.
And it was just such pressure knowing that at some point, and then we made the decision we're going to do sex, dinner, and a movie.
In that order.
No, we had to switch up the order because if we made it that order, it was dinner, movie, sex.
Oh no,
never make it.
Yeah, never make it, and there'd be farts if it was after dinner.
Saturday night, my daughter had a sleepover, and my wife and I were laying in bed. We got in bed early, and I was like, tonight might be a sex night. And then I thought, I don't really want it to be a sex night. I want it to be a sleep night. And I kind of was like, well, it'll depend on her. I looked over at her. She was an arm's length away from me. Like I could reach out and I still couldn't touch her. I go, I think I know where her head's at right now. I think we're good. Yeah. All right, let's check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. I have my Skechers on today. Bobby, what are you rocking over there? What do you got?
I'm doing the New Balance.
New Balance? They've got the New Balance over there. Yeah, the wide ones for all the fathers for Father's Day coming up on June 16th. You want to get some sweet white New Balance for when you're out there grilling or cutting the lawn or anything? They have them right there at Pelts. They have all the different styles and brands that you're looking for, whether you need athletic shoes, boating shoes, sandals, work boots, dress shoes. They have them all right there. And that's for Father's Day. Of course, you don't have to be a father. They have shoes for kids and for your grandma and everything else. They have 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. So stop into a Pelts today and make sure you tell them Galvin sent you. So this is pretty wild. Rex Heuermann, who is the arrested last summer and has been accused of murdering 4 women in the Gilgo Beach serial killing on Long Island, was indicted Thursday on murder charges in the death of 2 more women.
So he is like he seems to be like the most normal serial killer.
Right. But that's a lot of them are kind of like that. BTK was pretty normal.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some that are just creeps and they're just murdering drifters and doing stuff. But this guy held down. He was an architect, held down a normal job, had a family,
rich,
had a wife and kid. Yeah, was rich.
What about the one Patrice was talking about?
The DC sniper.
Yeah.
Is this guy from Indiana?
No, from up in Long Island.
Have you heard about the Indiana serial killer that they got?
No.
He had up to 25 bodies on his property.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Buried on his property?
Yeah, and
Wow.
they say that he has killed 25 and buried over 10,000 humans.
So you want to get caught at that point,
Yeah.
right? If you're doing them in your own backyard, if you're
I don't
burying them in
know.
your own-
I mean, because where are they looking? You know, you're in Indiana and you have a big property farm or whatever.
The minute you screw up a little bit and they come over and they see some dirt move, they're like, oh.
But
we got a
you
problem."
also know where everything is. And that's a trophy thing as
Yeah,
well.
right.
But also you know where everything is, where people can just happen upon stuff. It's wild when you hear how some people get caught and they're like, how in the world would that lady at that time be walking by and remember my license plate, whatever it was?
Oh, it's like half the Sopranos episodes when he has to kill that Elvis impersonator because
Yeah.
he ran into him, or that movie with John Malkovich where he's like, "Why did you have to be from this city in Indiana?" Because he made up a fake story, and he had to go kill the lady.
Yeah.
He's got 18 acres, this Indiana guy. So that's tons
he's
of
got
property.
plenty of room.
Yeah.
Did you say 10,000 bodies?
That's what this story says. Yeah, 10,000. It might just
No,
be human
10,000
remains.
bodies? There's no
Hold on,
way.
That's
let's
Probably
see,
10,000
hold on.
parts.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's
10,000.
the devil.
Was littered with 10,000 human remains.
Remains.
So that could be
Yeah.
fingers and
Fingers,
toes.
not
and
10,000 bodies.
No.
Still a lot. Still a
Yeah,
lot.
it's still alive.
So prosecutors say he kept meticulous notes on how to kill and get away with it as his alleged methodology changed over the course of nearly 2 decades. This guy was doing this, and at least 6 murders that he's accused of committing. A deleted document investigators say they recovered from his computer shows that he noted how many traffic cameras he would pass on his way to his dump site, how to prep a victim's body for disposal, and a reminder to use push pins to use the hang drop cloth to hang it instead of tape, so he didn't leave fingerprints on it. Despite his alleged efforts to scrub away any evidence or his own DNA and fingerprints, prosecutors have alleged that the hairs found on multiple victims belonged to either human or members of his household. His family has not been accused of assisting in any of the crimes. They were out of town during each murder, according to court documents. So they'd go out of town and he'd be like, "Party's on!"
Murder in time.
Yeah.
How great would that be if a family serial killer, like if you had a
whole family that was doing it?
the kids, the wife, the husband.
That'd be a great twist in a movie.
Yeah.
Where, they accuse and the wife's like, "Oh my God, he did this, blah, blah, blah." And then comes up behind, just stabs in the neck. Whatever. Be like, "It wasn't him. It was me."
How great would it be if it was a radio show?
Let's not get any
It would
ideas.
be like, we were on the air. Turns out they recorded this.
The reason why Carmen was never in studio.
Murderer.
Stab.
What I remember thinking, I was reading about serial killers a long time ago, and they were all like a lot of them. I mean, obviously there's some that's crazy, but then there's like this guy who seems pretty normal, right?
Right,
Like,
yeah.
And I thought, if that's a disease that you get where you have the impulse to kill like that and do all those things, could that ever happen to a celebrity? Like what if there's a guy who was on a sitcom, but he also is a serial killer, and then 2 days later, OJ killed his wife, and I went, "Oh God!" I mean, obviously he's not a serial killer, but that was crazy. That
is
I was
crazy.
thinking about a celebrity murderer, and then that happened out of the gate, man.
Well, Army
Yeah.
Hammer, right? Wasn't he like?
He was eating
people.
wanting to eat stuff.
He was on the
a sex.
verge.
He was a sex addict.
Yeah, he had some weird stuff going on for sure. But a lot of the serial killers will really never have a chance. Like they had a terrible upbringing, usually dominated by their mother. There was some sort of sexual misconduct, whatever,
Right.
that type of stuff. Where you read about it, and it's almost like a playbook of yes, you built this kid to be a serial killer. It's weird. It's,
I wonder if you could do that.
Oh,
Probably, probably. I mean, if you follow like how a lot of them come up and stuff, it's wild. What was his name? The big tall guy that we were talking about before, Ed
Gaines.
Was it Gaines?
Ed
Ed Gein.
But they caught him, and he was having sex with his mother's head.
Oh.
Oh,
What's wrong with that?
They got him.
Kemper.
Is that bad?
Kemper. Yeah.
That's a bad thing.
That's why I don't want those ashes around anymore.
I do it with my mom, but she's still alive. Is that bad? Is that still bad?
I mean, it's just wild though.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that people like. How do you go that far that you're like, this is what I'm doing today.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna do. Like, at what point do you go, I can't do that?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
That's
well, like Dahmer eating it. Like he
Yeah.
physically had to kill them, save them, cook them, and then eat them.
it's a process.
It was a whole process. It wasn't just like, let me take a bite out of somebody on the street. You know?
That Netflix show that was on for 2 seasons, the serial killer thing, that was such a good show.
was,
And
yeah.
they're
Yeah.
not doing another season of it.
too
Well, all
bad.
the victims' families.
It must be
were,
so hard for them now too, with cameras.
Oh yeah.
and technology, all the stuff that we
Yeah,
have.
if you were a serial killer in the 70s, you were getting away with so much stuff.
Yeah, it's like sports.
Yeah.
The DC sniper though did it right. They were shooting people from inside the trunk of the car.
Yeah, you
so
didn't
that
know
nobody
where it
could
was
see
coming
them.
from. Yeah, that's wild. The Boston Celtics dominated the Mavericks in Game 1 of the NBA Finals, winning 107-89. Game 2 happens on Sunday in Boston. Bobby, what do you think? What's the final outcome going to be?
I mean, they're gonna win. I mean, the way they've been going through the playoffs.
Boston wins in how many games?
I would say 5. Yeah, I say 5.
I'd put money on 6.
Really? Yeah,
I say 5-2, one loss.
Yeah?
yeah. They just, I don't know, they're just killing it. They come back at the end of the game and just win. They stole like 3 games. in the
Yeah,
last series.
and they score more than anybody else in the 3-pointers and everything, but also they came out and just were dominating the Mavericks last night. It looked very lopsided, so we'll see if the Mavs can turn it around, do something, make it a contest, but yeah, I think odds-on favorite Celtics, and I put some money on Brown to be the MVP, who was pretty damn good last night, so we'll see what happens with that. Speaking of sports, the Kansas City Chiefs canceled team practice on Thursday after a player had a medical emergency. Backup defensive end, who is only 25 years old, B.J. Thompson, had a seizure and went into cardiac arrest in a special teams meeting on Thursday, according to multiple reports. Thompson was transported by ambulance to the hospital and is in stable condition. The team quickly canceled practice and media availability for the day. Only 25 years old, cardiac arrest and seizure. Ugh, that is
Just
not
laying
good.
on the floor thinking about how he's going to win the Super Bowl and all of a sudden.
Yeah. It's a nightmare.
So we all have seen the viral video. We talked about it, about the guy who had his license revoked and he was driving and the judge was like, I can't even believe you're driving. He zoomed into the thing, whatever. The viral suspended license driver saga has taken another turn.
Yeah, baby.
Wait a
After
second.
the video, what?
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying this.
After the video became a sensation, the driver, 44-year-old Michigan man named Corey Harris, complained about being made a punchline. He told the local news that the courts had made a mistake and that the suspension of his license had been removed from his record, which was true, technically, but he neglected to mention one huge detail. Corey never had a driver's license to begin with. In a follow-up court hearing on Wednesday, the judge spent 10 minutes lecturing Corey and his representation for not taking responsibility and blaming the court. And the judge was very irritated. He said, let me make this very clear. He has never had a Michigan license ever, and he's never had a license in any of the other 49 states. So how was it suspended? The judge explained that when someone gets their license suspended, they aren't actually suspending an actual physical license. They're suspending someone's privilege to drive in that state. The judge even proved that Corey has never been licensed. The record shows that he applied for a state ID in Michigan in 1999, way back when he was 19 years old, and he renewed that ID every year since. But you can't have both a state ID and a driver's license. It's either or thing, I guess in Michigan at that time, whatever. So he never took a driving exam, and every time a document asked for his driver's license, he wouldn't have one to provide. Corey didn't directly comment, but his attorney basically admitted that he lied. She said Corey was not under oath for anything he said to the media, and that he wants to just move forward, and that he has an appointment to finally get his driver's license.
Hey.
The best part of that whole video was the judge was like, are you driving and you don't have a license? Then he just goes, hello? So good.
What an
Don't make me a
idiot.
joke. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. I don't know if you've seen these yet. These days, a lot of places don't take cash. They only accept digital payments. Though credit cards, through like credit cards, debit cards, mobile wallet, your phone, So what happens if you only have cash?
Well, so I'm under the impression that they have to accept cash. It's legal tender. It says it right there on the bill, and they have to accept it.
I would think, and I would tend to agree with you, and it doesn't even matter what kind of cash. Like if you came up with pennies, and paid for something, they have to take it because it's
almost every single Subway says they won't accept bills over 20s.
over 20, but they're still accepting bills.
I've heard this. I don't know this firsthand, but I've heard this. Even escorts are only accepting cash apps.
Oh.
And they want half up front.
Oh.
So
Well, that sounds like a scam.
no more cash.
This comes from the Federal Reserve. Is it legal for a business in the United States to refuse cash as a form of payment? I am under the impression that they cannot. According to the Federal Reserve, there is no federal statute mandating that a private business, a person, or an organization must accept currency or coins as payments for goods or services.
Interesting.
Private businesses are free to develop their own policies on whether to accept cash unless there is a state law that says otherwise.
We only accept farm animals as barter.
When a place only accepts cash, I know it's a good place.
Yeah.
Usually places that we only cash only, screw you.
Well,
They're
for a
good.
long time, Waffle House was only cash, right? I don't think they took credit cards or anything
I
like
don't
that.
remember.
For a long time.
Yeah.
That blows my theory.
Hey, Waffle House is fantastic.
No, it is good.
So what happens if you only have cash?
I don't really know.
Oh.
Well, reverse ATMs have been popping up, which take your cash and then spit out a plastic card that's basically a burner debit card. And then you do the transaction stuff and you just toss it out. So it's almost like they're popping out a gift card.
This is a
Yeah.
terrible idea.
Why?
They have seen that Yankee Stadium has them where the concessions stands don't accept cash.
Right.
So if you go there and you're like, oh, I only have cash, well, you can go over to the reverse ATM. Obviously, a lot of people don't carry people do carry cards, but cashless business can be a burden for older or lower income shoppers, not to mention younger people who haven't set up a credit card yet. You might be out and you're 16 or 17 years old and you don't have a credit card.
Yeah, what would my son be doing this whole time if he wasn't abusing my Apple Card?
Yeah.
But what if you if you want $20, you're getting charged extra money. So 20 is really probably 21 or 22 bucks.
Right.
Oh, yeah, they take a little, so there's a service fee to get the, burner card, whatever. Yeah, but that's how they do it. But, yeah.
The reason
That's
why this is
ridiculous.
a terrible idea is because do you remember before during COVID they wanted your coins? Remember there was a coin shortage?
Yeah.
And so they were collecting everybody's coins. Now they're collecting everybody's cash. And when Roosevelt was president, he collected everybody's gold, said they were going to give it back, and then we switched to fiat currency. So it's just another way that the government is going to collect all of our money and then give us a card and
To make us go
on
digital?
credit. Yeah, we're basically going to be moving further towards a credit system instead of you actually having tender in your possession.
When did you become smart?
I don't know.
No, it's a difference between just spewing stuff and being smart.
That's
I'm
not
not saying
good.
he's not smart, but Spanish has an answer for everything, but you don't know if his answer is necessarily right. He's just always got an answer.
I mean-
I'm not saying you're not right.
That was Spanish.
Right?
Good
Yeah,
job.
Thank
That
you.
sounded
Yeah.
But I mean,
fantastic.
think about
but
it. They
that's what-
already kind of do that in China, where like if you jaywalk or something, they just take it out of your account.
Right.
Right.
They don't have to contact you. You just get fined and it's out. You know what I mean? Like that's scary.
Well,
Right.
here's my biggest fear is
That's a low level.
I got $10 million in digital currency, and then all of a sudden one day I wake up and I've got $50.
Yeah.
And I'm spending the rest of my life trying to fight to get that back and prove that I had it, and or somebody makes it look like I lost it.
Yeah.
Well,
How
if
do
the
I
electricity goes out,
Yeah.
then you're done. Your money's gone.
And
Yeah.
where's all the I just want to know where all the cash is going. Because who's collecting it? Why? Who's running these ATMs? I don't know.
Banks don't have it.
I bought
Yeah.
gold,
Yeah, gold's the best way to go.
No,
and
but
silver.
do you buy gold bars?
coins.
Oh, okay. And you have them.
Yeah.
Where are you keeping them?
I'm not telling you. I probably should tell somebody.
Yeah.
I keep them on this guy's farm in Indiana. Should be fine.
Yeah, I don't. I have some gold, but I have gold stock, and that's the same thing. If the power goes out, I'm screwed.
I was gonna say, where do you even go buy gold coins?
Gold diamond source.
Gold dime stores, yeah.
Yeah, gold store.
You can go to a lot of pawn shops and all that, but I don't know if you can guarantee what you're getting is.
That's what I'm saying.
legit.
Like, how do you know if it's real gold?
Golden Diamond Source has a whole section in their thing that has coins and gold bars and gold bullion.
Yeah,
it's
And
a good
they
way-
have a thing that tests it and does all the stuff.
Yeah, and it's good because if you do have to get out of somewhere quick,
Yep.
you can just grab a couple coins as opposed to a stack of cash.
By the way, Carmen, the way you test gold coins is you bite them.
Yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
sure, eat them, and then if they come out,
No, you don't eat
Oh,
them.
you don't eat them.
No, you
I
take a
mean-
bite, and if you automatically have gold teeth, that's how it works.
Those chocolate candies when she was a girl.
They never come out.
So speaking of stuff, is this legal? It's not legal, whatever. This is legal, but it's pretty funny. There's a new upscale Caribbean restaurant in Missouri. I'm sure it's fantastic, called Bliss, and it has an interesting policy. They've set up an age restriction, which requires male guests to be at least 35 and women to be 30 during prime hours. They do card at the door, and people in their 20s will be kept out. The owner admits that they've been getting a little backlash. They say that's cool. They're sticking with it, and they say they are strict about it because young people have been trying to sneak by and post about it on social media and stuff. The manager says that they just don't want the drama of people under 30 or 35, and they're like,
I get it.
You want to come in, eat at a nice restaurant, not have to deal with people taking pictures of their food and doing all this stuff. They're like, get them out of
The
here.
hotel in Skankfest, Cirque, in the new hotel on the strip down there, you got to be 21 or over to stay there.
Yeah.
They card you at the door. It's a pain in the butt because you got to kind of wait in line sometimes. But when you go into the casino, there's no kids, there's no all that crap. It's just adults.
Yeah, no, it's great.
I love
Especially in Vegas where you expect there to be not a lot of kids. But what if I'm 32 and I want to go to this restaurant? I mean, that just seems a little bit high in
30 and 35.
Yeah, I mean, that just seems a little bit high.
It's interesting that you bring that up about casinos and stuff. I don't know whether this is because I'm getting older or whether it's because of maybe TikTok and YouTube and the different stuff, but I do see a lot of younger kids at the casino.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Younger, I'm saying they're of age to gamble and do the stuff, but what do you have to be, 18?
21.
Is it 21?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, they're 21, but, obviously a 21-year-old to us now looks so young. It's ridiculous, but I see a lot of it, and I wonder, are they seeing, like, people with the here's what you do on roulette, and you do these things,
I think so.
Yeah, I think they're probably just
saw-
going trying
we're
to
gonna
make
get-
quick money.
Yeah.
I saw one of those guys that the games, the crane games. all
Yeah,
those-
yeah.
I saw one of those guys who taught me all the hacks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
None of them were real. It was just me trying to up, down, left, right, down, and it didn't work.
When you don't have the crane tightened to hold anything, it's almost impossible.
Right, yeah, because it picks it up and then just loose. Yeah.
Yeah, we know that from the cruise.
That's right.
I lost $3,000.
That's right.
I love
to try to win 100.
I love the videos whenever they show, and it's the younger kids, and that's why it makes me think that a lot of younger kids are seeing this stuff online. They're like, let's go to the casino, where they're like, Bobby, we're going to the casino. How much you got? And he's like, $500. What are you going to turn it into? $1 million. And the other one's like, $250. I'm going to turn it into $500,000. This, that. And then they cut to them with like an 86-cent slip. And they're like, wah, wah. Yeah, it's funny. This is absolutely wild. You have to think someone goes, hey, guys, maybe we don't do this. Vermont police officers staged a surprise mock shooting where masked gunmen burst into a classroom and pretended to open fire. The students were absolutely terrified. Two students that spoke to the paper said the class was facing the front of the room listening to a detective speak when we heard screams from behind. Two women ran in, followed by a man wearing a ski mask who was holding a gun. Gunshots rang out. The school is now apologizing to the parents and offering counseling service for the kids. So they said they have done this before in other places, but didn't realize that it would be so traumatic to school kids that they come in with fake shooting.
I'm so glad I didn't have to deal with any of that stuff. Well, I mean, I only have one more kid going through the school system, but Joey didn't have to deal with any of that nonsense. It's crazy.
But I mean, they do those because like
Drills.
we had like tornado drills and stuff like that. They do active shooter drills.
Yeah,
now.
my Max did one too this year.
Yeah.
and it wasn't that, and it still affected him when he came home. He was still like, Dad, we had to do this thing if someone came in and they had to go under a desk or whatever like that. And he was freaked out by that. Never mind.
Oh,
real
yeah.
people
Yeah,
coming in.
and there wasn't any gun firing though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and they knew that it was going to happen. Hey, on Tuesday we're doing the drill and blah blah blah. And here's what would happen if we do it and stuff. But yeah, could you imagine being a kid in a school? By the way, how do you even come up with this idea? So you're telling me the detective's going to be up there speaking to the kids, and then I run in with a ski mask and start shooting?
Sounds
Shooting,
great.
by the way. Shooting.
Shooting.
Sounds great.
Unbelievable.
I like the idea.
I told my daughter because she was a little spooked out too by the drill. But one time I had gotten an alert that her school was on lockdown, and me and Spanish and Joe grabbed guns and went over there.
Yeah.
And when we got there were already like 100 parents in their cars. So I just told her that don't worry, if there's a lockdown, me and Spanish and Joe are coming.
Yeah, dude.
And that is enough
Yeah.
to make any woman feel safe.
We got a special set of skills. Yeah.
I send Joe in first to
Absolutely.
take the first bullet, so we
Yeah.
know where it's coming
Well, I'm
from.
smaller, Michael.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
harder to hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spanish manifests the police.
That's
Right.
right.
He vibrates
That's right.
through the wall
Yeah.
to get in.
Oh, perfect.
And
Yeah.
Mike shoots 3 kids on accident. That's the
All
warning.
to save my daughter.
Holding a Starbucks.
Dude.
Yeah, he's trying to get out of his car, and he's got the Starbucks and drops the gun. And pew, pew, pew. This is pretty wild. You're talking about going out to Vegas and maybe going to the Sphere and checking that out.
Yes.
Well, you will not see a certain person there. A Fish fan who goes by the user Fish, the band, goes by the username Acid Farts.
Oh, I know acid farts.
He got permanently banned from the Sphere in Las Vegas. He uploaded a video taking a bong rip at Fish's 420 show, violating the venue's no smoking rule.
Oh, man.
Old Acid Farts isn't going to be there.
Dude, that's so dumb. You could smoke anywhere in Vegas. Why do that to yourself?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's recreational out
Because it's
there.
Fish and it's
Fish,
420. and-
yeah.
So dumb.
Did you think Acid Farts was going to make good decisions?
You're right. You're right, dude. You're
Old
right.
acid farts.
What a jackass.
Today, Carmen, get ready. Mike, get ready because
I'm
you may
ready.
want to get back on Uber Eats.
Uh-oh.
Happy National Donut Day. Today is National Donut. No? You don't want donuts?
What?
A lot of places have deals, including a free donut at Dunkin' if you buy a drink, and then one free donut at Krispy Kreme, no purchase necessary.
Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, you can just go up there. Oh,
You want to go get
This
a
guy-
whole stale donut?
this guy hates Krispy Kreme and
Filled
Red
with
Lobster.
lies.
Red Lobster.
Oh, I hate Red Lobster, but Krispy Kreme I love. They're just filled with lies.
Why?
Well, you just got to go to the right one.
Yeah, they don't even
Florida
make
Avenue.
donuts in most of the Krispy Kremes. They get them from one store, so they're never hot
And
and
then they
ready
just
when they
warm
say they're
them
hot
up.
and ready.
You like the conveyor belt.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
I want to know it's when the light's on and it says hot and ready. I want to know that they just came out of the oven, not drove over here from
They're still hot
Florida
and ready.
Avenue.
They're still hot and ready.
They just
And they're
train,
still delicious.
they train fat guys like a electric fence to dogs.
Yeah.
This the light comes on.
Light goes on.
But also, what is your problem with them delivering from a different store? They're not going to be as healthy.
No. They
Not fresh.
I
they
hear you.
claim that they're fresh. They're not. They're driving them over from the other
You
store.
have to know when the conveyor belt's on. That's
Yeah.
when you get a Krispy Kreme.
Right, when the light's on.
Also, a donut could sit out for 3 days and it's still totally fine.
Oh, how dare you?
You know what I mean? So
No.
if it's like a 20-minute drive and then they put them in the conveyor belt oven thing, you're fine.
Yeah, but Dunkin' Donuts did the same thing. Back in the day, they had a
Oh, they used to
guy
make 'em.
who made the donuts every night.
Time to
Yeah,
make the
to get up,
donuts.
yeah.
So- And now he doesn't do that anymore.
No.
You guys are talking about donuts. I'm on the cronut game now. I can't stop.
I do like
Those
the
are
cronut.
so good.
Well, not only is it National Donut Day, today is also National Chocolate Ice Cream Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
100%
over
cream.
2.
Yeah.
You don't like chocolate ice cream?
I don't like chocolate, really.
Really?
Yeah.
At all?
How'd this happen?
I mean, I'm not against it, but I don't like it. I'm a vanilla guy.
White chocolate?
Same. If
Yeah,
I'm
white
going, if
chocolate.
I'm going flavor, I go vanilla over chocolate.
French or regular?
Regular.
I like yellow. Is that the French, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
French vanilla.
Wegmans.
Yeah.
Or the vanilla bean.
Yeah.
Vanilla
I want to
bean.
see beans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want it to look like
wanna
there's
see
pepper in my ice cream.
A little bluebell vanilla bean.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Whole-
I like the
homemade-
swirl.
Yo.
Oh,
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah.
Coming in
man.
hot.
Not mad at it.
That's really good.
I like the red.
And don't forget,
You son of a
It's the
bitch.
cream. The cream.
don't
100%.
forget, we had talked about this. McDonald's dealing with Krispy Kreme, and they're going to be doing the Krispy Kreme shakes. Yeah, probably something.
Now you're speaking about
You won't be
language.
able to get them because their machine never works.
Vanna White said goodbye to Pat Sajak last night with an emotional video where she called him a brother and a true lifelong friend. Pat's last episode of Wheel of Fortune airs tonight. End of
I
an
have
era.
Never watched somebody who has been so mentally out of it for so long.
Really?
Bad Sajak hates his game show life, hates being there. And he's just like, all right, Susie, you go. And boom, well, Susie, too bad. All right, Bill, you go. He doesn't care at all.
Susie, I have millions and millions of dollars, and I don't want to be here. So
Sucks for you.
Be here.
beat it.
Uh-oh. You got to move your car.
All right. Do I need to move mine?
Joe,
No? All right. Be careful.
there you go.
Joey's,
I've never seen Joey up before noon, let alone before 10.
he came in and just shut down the show. He has such man energy.
Kevin Costner spent how much of his own money on his new movie Horizon?
Too much.
How much do you
I
think?
don't know, but I saw what it made, and
Well, it hasn't opened yet.
I saw a thing that said, all right, well, I say $20 million.
$20 million. All right. What do you think you put in for it?
That was just a good. He hasn't opened yet. I say he made $20 million.
Well, I don't want to ruin his story by what I read, but so I'll just say $20 million.
I say $100 million.
$100 million. He put $100 million of his own money in.
I'm going to change it because of your tone. I'm going to change it to $25 million.
I can tell you this. Maybe this will change things up. Whatever. It's projected to make $12 million its opening weekend.
That's what I read.
10.
$10 million. Kevin Costner spent $38 million of his own money.
How much money do you
Why?
have to have before you spend $38 million?
He's probably got. I mean, he said he put a lot. That's a lot of his money. And didn't he just get divorced?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they say that this movie is phenomenal and that he got a 17-minute standing ovation, which
Right.
made him cry at the Cannes Film Festival. So it may not make it in the movie theater, but it'll once it hits streaming, it'll make money.
And it's 4 parts. I think.
Don't know.
Because it has this one that's coming out, and then the next one comes out, I think, in August. So it's not like you have to wait a whole year for it or anything. But yeah, so, and I think it's 4 parts total. By the way, Kevin Costner, court documents, Kevin Costner's divorce proceedings, estimated his net worth to be around how much?
$300 million.
$300 million.
I would say $175 million.
175. Carmen?
I'm going to go. Oh, if he put 380 in.
He put 38.
38. Then I'm going to go 150.
150. Joe?
200.
$400 million.
Wow.
That's 38
Think about it, though. Kevin Costner's been famous for a long
And
time.
he's made a lot of good movies.
A lot of movies, a lot of big
Produced them.
movies.
A lot of things he produces.
Yeah,
Like
for
Mel
sure.
Gibson did the same thing. What movie did he put all his money? He paid for
Passion of the Christ?
Passion of the
Yeah,
Christ, and how much money
and
that
it
made.
smashed.
Yeah.
It was great. That was before
Apocalypto?
streaming.
Yeah.
Apocalypto didn't do as good as the Passion of the Christ did.
Did good though, and one of the best movies of all time.
Apocalypto?
I don't think I've
Yeah.
actually seen that movie.
You got it, dude.
Does it hold up? Like I can watch it now?
It's all subtitles, and I hate subtitles. It doesn't even affect me how good the movie is. And
Yeah.
there's one scene with the little girl, that little creepy girl. One of the scariest things in a
Well,
movie.
I don't even know what it's about.
Isn't it a remote like native tribe or
They're
something?
Mayan. I believe they're
It's
Mayan.
the Mayans.
Yeah.
It's back in the day.
okay.
It's about that. It's like this one guy, and you follow him, and he's gonna be killed, and he's got to go back to his pregnant wife, who's in a puddle. I mean, right?
Yeah, pretty much. The conquistadors are coming.
Yeah, it's just a crazy, insane movie. It's like an action movie, but in apocalypto time, like the Mayan time.
Did anyone watch that Mel Gibson movie where he's a radio host?
No,
I watched that last night.
How was it?
Uh,
Yeah, that's what I thought. It looks like it on the thing.
What about him and Robert Downey Jr. when they were helicopter pilots?
Yeah, that was
yeah.
a 90s movie.
What was
Dumbo
that?
Drop.
Operation Dumbo Drop.
No.
No,
it's not.
No, it was Air. What was it? Air something.
Air something, yeah.
Yeah,
I
him
remember.
and Downey Jr. is always great,
Yeah.
but with Mel Gibson, it was a good movie.
Yeah, they were pilots. I don't remember what the name of the movie is.
Yeah, something like that.
I watched.
Air America?
Air
Yep,
America,
that's
that's it.
Do you know that there's a new TV show coming out with Damon Wayans and Damon Wayans Jr.? And Damon Wayans played a, quote, 7-time Marconi winning radio host.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
really?
I was like, hey, wait a second. I'm a 2-time Marconi loser, buddy.
Aw.
So Will Smith gets slapped multiple times by Martin Lawrence in the new Bad Boys Ride or Die. Isn't that funny? Because he slapped Chris Rock. It's been 2 years since Will slapped Chris Rock at the
That's been
2022
2
Oscars.
years?
Yeah, 2022 Oscars.
So there's some weird stuff going on with Will Smith. He's been showing up at these premieres with a woman that looks like Jada that's not Jada. Not trying to pretend it's her.
Right.
But he's with an entourage. She's in the entourage, but nobody really knows who she is.
He likes dude chicks.
Yeah.
She is bald.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's bald. She's got weird teeth.
What about
And,
Martin? He's actually. I think he might have had he looks like he's got a stroke.
Yeah, they said
Yeah.
he was, but he's been doing all this talk radio saying he's fine.
Also, isn't he doing a new stand-up special? Did we talk about that? I think he's
no.
going to do another. I think. I don't know. We'll see. Billy Corgan from Smashing Pumpkins says he does not feel obligated to play his hits in concert. That's always a good move. Saying, quote, I don't play any songs I don't want to play. It's not a bad thing that fans want to hear the songs that they love, but you can't live in the past.
The fans who are paying to hear the songs that they love that you put out, but you decide you don't want to play them.
Yeah,
that's a dick move.
Well, that was like Radiohead. We don't do Creep anymore. All right,
Yeah.
well, then just beat it, you losers. That's so weird to
The
me.
Cure did that too. When I saw the Cure, it was 30 songs.
Yeah.
3 hours, and they played all the hits.
And you were like, play
At the
Friday,
end.
I'm in love.
They held us hostage until the end of the concert, and then they just rattled through them. I wanted to
Did
kill
a
myself.
medley.
Oops, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill myself.
Do you like whenever bands go out and do a full album, like one of their big albums?
Yeah.
Rush did that. I saw Rush, and they did, was it Fly By Night? One of them, and then did like all the other great songs too.
Yeah.
So they did the full album, and then they did also here's
That's
7 more of our hits that everybody loves and stuff.
I
That was pretty
like
cool.
that. I like that. Pearl Jam did that they did the anniversary. On the anniversary of 10, they played somewhere, and they played the whole album straight through and
Yeah.
then played other songs.
I
I would
just saw
love
the
that.
Stones. They did perfect show. 20 songs,
All hits.
all hits, couple new ones. They did a couple stinkers, but you got to go to the pee and get a
Sure.
hamburger.
When you saw them up in New York, did you happen to get there for the opening band or no?
No,
Oh,
I didn't want to. I didn't have any desire. Who it was Fiction?
I think it was Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Yeah, they're
they
really
good?
good. Yeah,
Oh, are
yeah,
they?
they're really good. It's brother and sister. They're really good. Spanish and I are going to go see them over at Janice.
Yeah.
Two-person. I like two-person bands.
No, they're a band, but they're like the
okay.
main leads.
Oh.
The two, whatever. Speaking of music, finally in news, I have some new music for you guys.
Can you save that till
I
we come
absolutely
back?
can save it.
Because I'm going to be quite honest with you. We're up against the clock, and I got to make a pee-pee anyway. So
I will tell you this. I'm going to give you a little hint of what it is. It is their first album in 53 years.
oh, my God.
Yeah.
And it's not the Rolling Stones.
It is not the Rolling
Carmen,
Stones.
do you have that David Lee Roth song from yesterday?
I can find it.
I want to hear that again. I tried to find out. Where did you get that?
It's on YouTube. Just
Oh,
put in
YouTube.
David Lee Roth 8675309.
Okay. All right. Don't worry about it, Carmen. I'll find it.
Come back with it.
Yeah, I was trying to find it to play yesterday, and I couldn't find it anywhere. All right, we'll take a break. Galvin's got new music. We'll do that next on 102.5 The Bone. We played this on the air yesterday, and then I got to listen to David Lee Roth all day yesterday.
Oh,
Man, he's got some good solo songs.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, Eat 'em and Smile
Eat 'em
is
and Smile is
one
great.
of my favorite albums.
Eat 'em and Smile's great. Crazy from the Heat is only a couple of songs, but it's great.
Little
But
Ain't
song-
Enough.
Little Ain't Enough is good. Knuckle Bones.
And then the whenever they did the Van Halen Best of and Me Wise Magic.
Me Wise Magic.
Yeah.
Me Wise Magic was such hope that a new Van Halen album with Van Halen and David Lee Roth would be great, and then nothing happened. And then the Tattoo came out, which I love that album.
A Different Kind of Truth. That album's great. Yeah. Tattoo wasn't, that was their lead single and stuff, which I didn't particularly care for, but that was great.
I thought that song was great, except for that weird tattoo chorus.
It was just kind of, you want Van Halen. Van Halen, David Lee Roth, Somebody Give Me a Doctor, like that kind of stuff. And that was just kind of a middle of the road. And there were so many other songs off of that album, Different Kind of Truth, that was really good.
Which you can't find now because David Lee Roth won't put it on Spotify.
Yeah.
What was that song you said? The song that you said that you thought they might come out with an album. What was that?
Me Wise Magic.
I've never heard it.
It was on the
I'll
it
play
was
it
on
for
the
you.
Van Halen Best of that they did, and then they put out a new song with it, and that was the new song that they put out with David Lee Roth. It's a great song.
We
So,
were
yeah.
at the cellar one night, and then there was all this commotion. Van Halen, when they were doing that comeback thing,
Yeah.
they played the Cafe Wah.
Yeah.
And it was I was trying to get in, but you couldn't get in.
Yeah, I think it was only like 200 people in there or whatever it was.
It's 200 people. Yeah, it was
Because
crazy.
David Lee Roth, I think his uncle ran that for a while.
his uncle owned it,
Owned it. Okay.
and the guy who owns the cellar, Manny, it was Manny Roth.
Yeah, Manny.
Manny Dorman partnered with him, so they were partners back in the day.
Two Mannies.
Yeah, two Mannies. He owned the Wah and he owned Panchitos, I believe it was. And Manny worked with him at Panchitos doing it because he played jazz and stuff like that from the Cellar. Then he opened up his own coffee shop, which is the Cellar, was a coffee shop jazz place back in the day. And then he opened up the restaurant upstairs. So yeah, they were on the coast because he came by the Cellar a lot. And he would sit and tell us all the stories, how his family. The family used to go there all the time. Yeah.
So they come out with this album. It's a Van Halen best of album, and it's got this Me Wise Magic song on it, which is them with David Lee Roth. And this is, to me, I heard this and I was like, oh boy, it's back, and it's
this is a great song. It made me realize whenever David Lee Roth, did his stuff, how much he was involved in the writing process. Because you think, well, Eddie just wrote the stuff, and he sang it, and Michael, you play this, whatever. But David Lee Roth has such a style that you can hear it in his solo stuff. And then whenever this came out, that sounds like something David Lee Roth.
Well, I was laughing when I played that 867-5309 song. Just as he's singing, he just goes, hey, to let you know he's there. Hey, David Lee Roth, hey.
Yeah. So I have new music for you guys. This is the first album coming out in 53 years from this band.
Well, let's stop for a second and try and think. I'm 53. I'll be 53 this year. So this had to come out. The last time this band had a song was 1970 or 71.
Right.
Who the hell is old enough to pull it off? The Rolling Stones just had an album out this year, so it's not them. Who else could this possibly be?
Well, I will tell you that this is a good time for this as far as putting out an album for these guys, and I like this song.
Okay.
I was surprised at how good this is and how kind of, for a band that hasn't had anything out in 53 years, how modern it sounds and stuff. Take a listen. Try and guess it. I don't know whether you're going to get it, but think about it. Here we go. New music on the Mike Calta Show. Gun Thompson both passed away earlier this year. The LP titled Heavy Lifting was originally announced back in 2022. It'll finally see the light of day October 18th, one day before MC5 get inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame via the Music Excellence Award.
That is a good song.
It's a good song, right?
Yeah, I don't know the rest of the MC5, so I know other songs, but I don't know if they're Rock and Roll Hall of Fame worthy.
They're for influence, they're very influential. For sure. But they're getting in for the Music Excellence Award. So they're not in like the regular, kind of thing, whatever. I thought it was a pretty cool song, though.
Yeah.
Good stuff, especially for a band that hasn't put anything out in 53 years.
And a band that's has two dead members, including its lead singer. Yeah. That's not so bad.
Oh, there you go. That was new music.
All right, thank you.
Any other music we want to talk about or play? Or?
You got anything you want to play, Bob?
No, that David Lee Roth song was pretty good, the new one. But it's not
new. It's from 2015. That's the problem. And then the other one, the 8675 one, is the remake.
The remake.
Yeah.
That was all right. It was pretty good.
But I don't know what he's doing. Is he just... I like that song. I'm going to do it my way and just record it.
Probably.
And did it pretty much true to the original.
Right.
You know, it sounds a lot.
Just threw in a couple of, hey.
Threw a little harmonica in there.
I like David Lee Roth.
I don't dislike David Lee Roth. I can tell you that. I do think he's fun and weird, but I know so many things about him that, I don't know. Like my buddy Al did. So remember when he was on in New York when he took over for Howard?
Yeah. So
they offered me the job as the producer and I turned it down. And my friend Al Dukes went on to take on that job, who is now at WFAN with Boomer and whoever is on the show now forever, and they're doing great in New York. But Al had to endure working for David Lee Roth, which he said was just, he would call me and he'd go, because he said to me, he's like, I didn't have a job. And he was like, how do you now take this job? I go, because in 3 months, I don't want people to be like, what happened to the funny guy from the David Lee Roth show? Because I knew it was never going to work out. And Al would call me and he goes, you were so right. And I go, why? He goes, I'm producing liners for the show. And I go, okay. He goes, they're all in Spanish. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, he's got some girl reading them in Spanish. Oh, I can't even do it. I don't remember what they said, but, and then he would do something, and I'll never forget, we used to make fun of this all the time. He goes, it's like a lightning bolt in your Cheerios, the David Lee Roth show. And I went, oh, Jesus Christ. But he said that the first thing he made them do was rip the carpet out of the studio and put hardwood floors in because he wanted people to hear the ambient noise of people walking around the studio.
Did he want to open the windows too?
Yeah, he wanted to open the windows. He was all the way up on like the 50th floor. And he wanted to open the windows,
Jesus.
and he brought palm trees in and put palm trees in the studio. My favorite story though is, do you remember what carts were? Carts would look like 8-track tapes, and a lot of the sound effects and stuff or sound bites would be on carts. They were usually like a minute long or so. And Al was carrying a bunch of carts, and David Lee Roth got mad at something and threw something at Al, and it knocked all the carts all over the place. And I thought, well, that's the story next day is producer beats up David Lee Roth. Like, that's why I couldn't work there. And Al goes the next day, he came to my office, and he gave me an envelope and said, sorry, he got mad at me yesterday, and it hit $1,000 inside the envelope. And I was like, I'd let David Lee Roth throw things at me for $1,000.
Yeah.
That'd be a different story. But can you imagine working with that maniac? Have you ever heard a clip of that show anywhere? Like, it doesn't even exist in the timeline.
I tried to listen to it when it came on.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's mentally ill. Even talking to him at the cellar, it's just you're just sitting there nodding because he doesn't let you get a word in edgewise. But he is a fascinating interview.
Oh, yeah.
I would never want to be in a room with him and have to deal with him at all.
No, in any capacity of other
He always
than
has
you can't
something
leave.
to say. It's almost like his whole conversations is planned out. It's like written, and he knows what. He was walking through the cellar one night, and I was on stage, and I go, David Lee Roth, the place freaks out, and I go, Dave, what's the most girls you slept with in one night? He goes, 5. He just walks through. It's like he always, like he knew I was going to ask the question.
I bet he's been asked that a lot.
Yeah.
I hear a lot of times, I hear the rumor that he's gay.
Yeah, I'd be gay too if I had 5 in one night.
Yeah, after that, yeah.
Try
What's
this
next?
now.
I heard 2 different stories about David Lee Roth that involved sex and involved him not being able to sex with a woman, and it was him not able to achieve an erection in order to do it. And I was like, yeah, because he doesn't like women. He probably forced himself to like women while he was in Van Halen for a while. Then if you saw him on the road when he was with Van Halen, the last tour that they did, when he came out looking like a conductor from Thomas the Train.
But when he cut his nose off?
When he
Yeah.
at the Jimmy Kimmel, yeah.
He's doing his sword stupid stuff.
Yeah, but
nobody cares about it.
when he came out on stage wearing overalls and a hat, and we were like, and doing soft shoe dancing on a little platform, where you go, okay, Dave, now's your time to shine.
He's a weird dude though, because he does he gets into weird stuff. When he was in New York, between all that stuff, he was studying to be
EMT.
EMT, but a Hasidic.
Oh,
what?
No, what's the other? Like a Jewish EMT.
Hasidic?
Yeah, I guess it was Hasidic. Yeah.
But what, a Hasidic EMT?
And he was taking his helicopter's pilot's license.
Well, what is the difference between an EMT and a Hasidic EMT?
Well,
You can only treat Hasidic people?
he's Jewish.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
They have their own EMTs. I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Yeah. Maybe the Hasidic's not the word. There's another word, but I can't think of it because I'm Catholic and I don't care.
Do you know that he has the Japanese tuxedo tattoo?
I do.
Yeah, which he now he didn't have that before back in the day, but now he's got the full tattoo thing. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
I'd get that. I'd love to get that.
Are you
and
serious?
I think he had it done like traditional style too. Like
Where
he had
they
to tap
hammer
it
it?
and do
Ooh.
yeah.
I'd do that.
You would do a full chest or a full back piece?
I would if I knew I was going to stay this size for the rest of my life. Because I've gotten so many tattoos, like at different fats.
Yeah.
And they're on the wrong part of the body now. You know what I mean?
3 inches lower than it used to
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's funny. So I don't know. I can never do that. I
The
don't know.
Yakuza stuff?
Yeah.
Dude, I think I see a girl with that. Man, there's nothing sexier to me.
Then a girl with a full body tattoo?
be. Yeah, if she's hot,
Yeah, I mean, I don't want a dumpy chick. With,
right? That's the thing.
Yeah. Gonna
No, it
lift
does
up her
nothing.
stomach to see the rest of the dragon.
Oh no, where's the tail go?
Yeah.
What do you think about when that woman gets old?
I think it's hot. I like tattoos on girls.
I like
don't mind it.
tattoos on girls too, but not that.
There's nothing hotter than like being somewhere like in the summer and you see some kind of hot old lady with like a sundress on and you can see a little tattoo peeking out
You
somewhere.
knew at one point she did crazy stuff.
You knew
Yeah.
once, so she was, David Lee Roth and 3 other girls.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's why I
love
think
that.
Natalie Cuomo's hot.
Yeah, I know.
She's got the weird tattoos and the little freckles, and
I don't like it's too pixie.
I like Pixie.
I know you like Pixie. I don't know why you like Pixie.
Well, what do you like?
I like chicks.
Yeah.
I like a woman.
You know what? I got that from Louis. We saw Louis at a club one night, and he was like,
Got a couple other things from Louis too, didn't you weirdo.
Louis was like, I don't like a young girl. I like a woman. I like a woman my age. I was like, I like a woman, but not Louis' age.
I like a woman, man. I don't know why. Hips. I like a hip.
Mm-hmm.
I like a little droop. You know what I mean? I like a little, little depression in the eyes.
What's up, Bobby? Hey.
Little tiredness.
Describe Carmen to a T. That light's been flickering for a long time.
Yeah,
She likes to eat.
I like fuzzy hair over the ears because her hair's in a ponytail most of the time. Yeah.
I had a girlfriend that liked to eat too, and she eventually blew up because of it. I mean, it was fun where we can be like, "What was that place? The Greenery."
Oh,
We go crush
man,
wings at the Greenery,
yes.
drink and
Yeah.
eat sandwiches. And I was like, "This is the best girlfriend ever." Until one day she was like 180 pounds. And you're like, "Oh, wait a
What
second.
happened?
That happened to my first real girlfriend. We met at our hottest, and then we slowly we joined karate together.
Yeah.
And by the end, like we would not go to karate because before karate we go to the all-you-can-eat Italian buffet across the street.
Yeah.
And one of us would have sauce on our gi. And I remember that I knew the relationship was over because one day it was like 98 degrees in Boston. We got a large pizza and a large tuna melt and a bottle of Coke or Pepsi. And we just ate it outside under a tree like rhinos. And then we both fell asleep
Yeah.
because we were just too fat. And I woke up and I saw a fly on her eye, like her open eye. I was like, it's over, dude. We're just done. We're going to break up, dude. We're going to die.
Do you know I set a moth on fire here the other day?
Oh,
With what?
So I had like a little lighter for the candle,
Yeah.
and a moth landed on my screen, and I went like that with the flame to try and just kind of like scare it away. And a moth that's a highly flammable. It went poof, it just poofed right out of the air. And I went, oh
You
God.
didn't know moth? That's where they got kerosene from moth
From
wings?
moths?
Yeah, moth wings. That's a
Oh,
fact.
that's not a fact. You can't.
Go look it up.
You're lucky you have a poker tell because sometimes you say things so quickly that it would make me believe that it was
Dude,
true.
they invented kerosene from moth wings.
I do not believe
Why do
it
you think in Silence of the Lambs he put a moth cocoon inside of her mouth?
because it showed that she was changing and like he was changing.
Yeah, and he needed light in the basement.
You had it going for a second and you completely lost it.
I was in.
Are you?
I was in 100%. Yeah, I was like, oh, it makes total sense.
Okay, but then here's one way I know that wasn't true. Every time you light a lantern, moths fly to the lantern.
Good call.
They'd just be going.
You know,
everywhere.
I knew it wasn't true is because when he said it, he did this.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's where you get kerosene.
Oh, look, Bob, we could be doing that.
Fishing
Fishing.
down in Port Charlotte.
Hubbard's Marina.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Dude,
Port Charlotte.
Dude, me and you would be sleeping 40 minutes into any fishing trip on a boat.
Dude, I'm not. But back in the day, I was because I would take Dramamine, and I would think Dramamine would be good for the boat so I wouldn't get sick, and immediately it would knock me out. First time I ever went out on a yacht, I was on a yacht with a bunch of strippers in Miami, and all the strippers were naked and riding jet skis, and it should have been the greatest day of my life, and I was sleeping down below, and the guys were like, is he okay? And they thought I was dying. It was because I took Dramamine. It just knocked out. Exactly. I mean, this could have been the best day of my life, and here I am.
David Lee Roth down there, not checking out the chicks.
It makes you drowsy.
Yeah.
And then it wiped me out, so I missed
Plus you're
out.
being rocked
Dramamine
around.
was actually
Nope.
You already did it. It was used to put babies to sleep.
no, it was actually invented from apple skins.
Yes.
When if you eat apples, did you ever notice you get tired?
No.
Okay.
Hey, I have a thing that I'd like to play today,
Okay.
but I don't know if we can do it because I didn't prepare for it.
Like a game, or?
Game. Can we play Read My Lips with Bobby?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
Somebody
remember
have-
how to do that.
We just need somebody that has headphones and be able to plug into something.
To a phone.
I don't have headphones on me.
Way to give up, Spano.
Unless you have a portable something that
Yeah.
can play music. You know what I mean?
'Cause I'm still rocking. I like.
Well, you can do your laptop.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
If you have Spotify or any,
I have my laptop here, and I can, YouTube. We can just play stuff, and I got my earbuds.
All right. We should be able to make this work. Have you played this, Bob? You'll like it. It has less to do with trivia and more just concentration.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like anything you want to play, Michael.
No, you don't. You don't like Sporcle.
I hate Sporcle because you guys are so good at it, and Carmen's voice is very therapeutic, and it calms me down, and I don't know how to. It's too much pressure on me.
Carmen's voice is so therapeutic. Sometimes I forget to turn a microphone on.
I did like my performance today. I feel like it's something if you do every day.
No,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Was that you? Were you telling me that?
Yeah, you were saying how much you dislike. I go, Bobby, we played every day for the last 15 years. Of course we're going to be good at it. And
I closed my eyes today too, which helped. I just feel bad for the people that get me.
I don't think that you would, if you were here for 2 weeks straight, you'd never beat us.
I mean, that's just a terrible thing to say.
I'm just saying.
You don't talk to your kids like that.
I like them to know a reality as opposed to, fake stories of things that they think they can accomplish. There's no way you're going to beat us if you're here for 2 weeks.
You think if I was here for 2 weeks and I played Sporcle every day, I wouldn't get something?
Not in 2 weeks, no.
You don't think there's a topic that I wouldn't be better at?
No.
I was all right with this one. I was close.
You got 3.
I got 3
Yeah,
almost.
but that's more than Gio got all week.
I was going to say
that's
Spanish.
true.
What are the year totals?
For Robert Kelly?
For
everybody.
everybody.
For everybody, 1 second. Let me get out my pad here.
Thank you, Carmen.
This is not going to help you.
The year-to-date totals.
I'm just saying thank you for trying, unlike Mike, who just denies me.
Oh, she wasn't trying.
Unfortunately, Mr. Kelly, you are in 5th place with 0 wins for the year. Gio is in 4th place with 5 wins for the year. I'm in 3rd with 12 wins. Galvin is in 2nd with 31 wins for the year. And Michael, you are in 1st place with 55 wins for the year.
Okay. I didn't know you guys had stats.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't have went on to my tangent if I knew you had a stat book.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had yearly. What the hell is that? You set me up.
I almost doubled Galvin. Galvin almost tripled Spanish.
Yeah.
Spanish tripled Gio.
Yeah, but I beat all of you the other way.
Yeah, you're the worst. You're the best worst one out
I'm
of all
the
of them.
best worst. I'll take it. Whatever. I'll man-face money right now.
Damn right.
You said man face.
It's
You
a
want man face money?
It's a different thing.
All right.
It's what I'm into. It's called Manfest.
Gotcha. Let's talk about this weekend. After the show, we are headed to Port Charlotte.
We're going to Port Charlotte. We're driving down. We're going to get there. We're going to take a nap. I know, dude. I know. We plan. Listen, dude. You know we plan so much. Every time we're going to go somewhere, we plan all this stuff. And it usually winds up with you sleeping in
Me.
me. Me. When I lie, I sing like a fairy.
You know what I told him before you got up?
What?
About how my daughter got a chunk of hair in her food last night. Ugh.
Ooh.
Oh, it was gross.
Oh, it was attached. The thing about it was gross. It was actually wrapped around like a couple hunks of rice. So it got mixed in.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a rant. You know what I mean? Ooh, oh, boy. What?
Get it.
I was going to throw up.
It was disgusting.
I know. It was.
But you didn't want to complain. Why wouldn't you complain?
You're just like my wife. I did not
mean I'm
want to
hot with
complain
great
because
boobs?
there was no point in complaining. To whom?
To whom? To whom?
If you
an
call the
owl?
restaurant, they're going to be like, okay, but we can't refund you.
You,
because-
you don't get refunded, but
So what do you want to just complain
Okay,
for?
but here's the thing. You tell them, yo, whoever's doing your rice needs to wear a hairnet. So the next person doesn't get. You
So
call them
that's
up,
why
go-
I'm doing it, so the next person doesn't get a hair?
Yeah.
I don't care about the next
Okay,
person.
well, so you call them up, go, yo, I go to you all the time. I love you guys. You're the best. We just got dinner. There's hair in the rice, my daughter's rice, which is disgusting to me. So you might want to check the rice or make sure somebody's wearing a hairnet because it's. And they'll be like, yo, so sorry, blah blah blah, and they might give you a credit for the next time.
I don't want to. What are they going to give me? $13 gift card?
It's people like you. That
It
don't
doesn't make
complain.
sense. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but it does make sense if you don't have to complain. Listen, you can mean what you say and not be mean.
You go to too
He's got
many
a point
meetings.
there.
I got to be honest with you.
got a point.
If you call the restaurant and you say, hey, there was hair in the rice, they go, oh, I'm so sorry about that. And, what do you want me to do? Blah, blah, blah. And then they hang up and they go, yeah, it was his daughter's hair. whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or they got it from Uber Eats. It was the Uber driver. Or possibly you just got Roberta fired that does the rice.
Right. Or they go, all right, throw out the rice, make new rice. And then Roberta makes new rice, and that doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
I still have old Harry rice.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Remember Harry Rice?
He was
a
the
good guy.
best.
Yeah.
But then the thing is that I threw it away, got her a new plate. She put her salad on the plate, ate her dinner, and it was over.
Yeah, but the rice was gone. I think it's a fat guy thing. I was mad that the rice had to get thrown out.
Oh, you didn't want to sacrifice the rice.
Yeah,
gotcha.
sacrificing rice, man, and it was salmon. You need the rice for the salmon.
So she ate the salmon that was adjacent to the Harry Rice?
Yeah.
Compartmentalized.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. It was delivery cartons that were all had little sections.
Yeah, the rice, the hair and rice is bad.
All right, stop saying it. You're gonna make me vomit.
I'm just saying, when you get hair on something else, you can kind of pull it off. But with the rice, it wraps around each little.
Yeah.
If only you had 3 minutes to make some more rice.
Right? Actually, good rice takes a long time.
Yeah, but we had bags of rice, 90 seconds.
You could take 4 hours on rice, and if I put rice-a-roni in there, it's better.
Rice.
I love
Listen,
rice
man, I didn't know. Listen, dude, I
Yeah.
didn't think you were bringing the San Francisco treat
Yeah.
in the game.
Better
Come on,
believe
man.
it. Better believe it.
Dude, that's the best
Or one
rice.
of those Uncle Ben 60
Little
seconds in
packets?
the micro. Yeah. Yeah. Spanish rice. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Mamma Mia.
Forget
Dude.
about it.
That San Francisco treat. When I
Dude.
remember, that was like a fit. When we had that at
Yeah.
night, when I was a kid, we had minute rice most of the time, mostly with cream of tuna on top. Was our
Cream of tuna. That sounds awful.
Yeah, I want that as my ringtone. Cream of tuna.
that sounds like a poor family trying to make something
You
good.
sounded like a Hawaiian chief.
Cream of tuna. I'm Chief Cream of Tuna.
That's his Lion King. Instead of Hakuna Matata, it's cream of tuna. Cream of tuna.
Cream of tuna.
Cream of tuna.
I am Chief Cream of Tuna.
I told that to a girl once. I'm going to cream on your tuna.
All right.
Yeah, cream of tuna.
That's the poor person's.
Yeah, we had
yeah.
no money, dude. We lived in the the white
In
ghetto.
the ghetto.
We had what was it cream of mushroom soup, tuna fish, and peas, frozen peas over white
That
rice.
sounds delicious.
Yeah, you do
does.
the same thing when you
Does
throw
sound good.
some of the egg noodles in there and it's casserole.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, look, it's not the worst thing in the world, but we had that like 3 nights a week. A lot.
I feel like the tuna is the odd thing.
Yeah, but tuna's just a protein. It's
I
just
know.
like
I know. I
chicken.
understand why they did it. I just don't think that I think that's the thing. Is it's a weird
quick.
seafood.
It's literally so quick. My mom worked all day. She was divorced. So she had no time. It was quick. You can't grill chicken all the time.
and the tuna, whenever you heat it up like that, it doesn't have as much of a tuna taste.
No,
to
right.
it.
No,
it's
it's
really
really good.
And the sauce and everything takes over. So you could put chicken or tuna. They can,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though tuna fish sandwiches were like my favorite growing
Damn right,
Oh,
Carmen.
up. As a
Yeah,
kid,
but are you-
100%.
But do you leave the water
Oh,
in? Or
no.
do you leave a little water? Are you mostly mayonnaise? Are you chopped? Really fine? How do you make your tuna, Carmen?
So my grandma made it the best. You drained the water.
Mhm.
It's mayo or Miracle Whip, but she usually
Oh.
had
Ah,
But
that
she
makes
usually had real mayo. This,
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
and,
All right. I'm back
I'm with
in.
you.
and then I liked chopped green peppers in
Yeah.
it.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
You mix it up, and it gives it a little crunch, and then she'd
Yeah.
put nice crispy lettuce on top, so you had another refreshing crunch on it.
Celery salt? Did she use celery salt?
I go,
Just a little salt, pepper.
I go onions,
Ooh.
Yeah.
chopped up onions, sometimes chopped up olives,
Oh, that's a good one.
but onions, and then also pickles. A lot of
Yeah.
mayonnaise, salt and pepper.
Raw
I-
onions?
I would put
Yeah.
relish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do a
First
little
time.
relish because it's sweet
Yep,
pickle.
sure.
This is so foreign to me. All
At-
of this talk.
As an adult, my favorite sandwich, if you go to the right deli, a tuna melt,
Ooh.
lettuce, tomato, onion, jalapenos for a
no.
little spice.
No. Nope.
Oh no, that's how I order it.
All right.
Yeah, tuna melt is
Yeah.
good.
I mean, when they put cheese on a
Yeah.
tuna and melted it, they
Yeah.
changed the game.
Yeah.
I've said this before, but you haven't heard this. So my mom used to make this thing called tuna flips. She would take, the biscuit thing, roll those out, put tuna in there,
Ooh.
put cheese, and then put it in an egg wash and put it in crunched up chips or Doritos and bake it in the oven.
My God,
They were great.
Your mom's a
Yeah,
genius.
they were fantastic.
She's up there with Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is she a
was
time
really
traveler?
good. It was really good.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Tuna flips.
Oh, I love that. But
Yeah.
the San Francisco treat, my mom would make that every once in a while, and damn, I used to go in because the ones that would the rice would stick on the bottom of the pan.
Oh,
Yes.
that's the best
The
one.
good stuff.
Go in and scrape that off and take that last spoonful of that. Oh God. What is Miracle Whip, by the way? What were they doing to us?
Yeah.
What is that? I don't even know what that is. What's the
Miracle
difference?
Whip, it's like a tainted mayonnaise. It has like a little bit of
sweeter.
it's sweet.
Yeah.
It's ugh. I don't like it. There's a lot of people that love it. I did not like
You don't
it.
see it. I don't see it anymore
No.
ever. But
Oh yes, you do.
when I
It's
was a
everywhere.
kid, everybody had it, and I was mayonnaise all the way.
Hellman's.
Hellman's, yeah.
Hellman's.
Yeah,
Bring out the
yellow.
Hellman's. Bring out the best.
Yeah, Miracle Whip was like this weird thing. My grandmother introduced. She had 8 kids, so she tried to save milk. She got powdered milk at one point.
Oh, no.
She had to change back, but
Maybe
Miracle
she go.
Whip.
Why don't you let him go right to the teat?
But I think
have you seen my
Miracle-
grandmother's teats?
I think Miracle Whip was good for baking because it wasn't as sour as mayonnaise, and when you add it, it keeps like cakes and stuff more moist.
Yeah, my mom would use salad dressing in cakes. Have you ever had a cake that had salad dressing? It makes it way moist and stuff, but I guess it burns off the taste or whatever. Because I was like, you use salad dressing in the birthday
ranch
cake?
in the birthday cake.
Here's what you use, and this is what Dawn uses: Jello pudding mix. Put that in any cake; it makes it moist.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
You've had
All
Dawn's
All those
cake.
chopped up horse hooves.
I've eaten Dawn's cake before.
Yeah.
Huh?
I've stuck my tongue in Dawn's
All right,
cake.
dude. Want to relax with the way you're saying that?
Delicious.
See, I told you
All
you
right,
do
dude,
it.
He's
settle down.
aggressive.
Rice and hair, rice and hair, rice and hair, rice and hair.
Now it's in your
What
coffee.
did you say? You told me what?
I said I told you you do that.
What?
Talk about other people's wives.
I do not.
Tuna.
What is it? What is my name?
Bumblebee tuna?
No,
No.
what is it?
Chief
Chief cream of tuna.
Chief cream of tuna.
Chief cream of tuna.
Cream of tuna.
Cream of tuna.
That's how you do your dance.
Yeah.
At
All right.
family reunions in Puerto Rico, by the way, when our grandparents would make the rice, the kids would fight over the burnt rice at the bottom.
What do they call it? There's something.
Can't remember.
Yeah, there's
but
like a specific name for
yeah,
it.
it's delicious.
It's called not enough food.
I want
it
to
has
try
all the
that.
butter.
I want to try that saffron rice.
Oh,
where they
yeah,
do
that's
it at the bottom and they got to flip it.
Yeah.
know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Yeah, that's Middle Eastern, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see people make it all like
Yeah.
online, and I'm like, I want to.
I don't think there's
so
anything.
bad.
If like for me, rice is my
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
Like if I could only have one food, I think it would be rice.
Because it goes with everything.
Oh, I love the way.
But they have the vermicelli in there. That's what makes
yeah.
it good.
I like butter, salt, pepper rice.
Yeah.
I've eaten just a bowl of that.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, it just you scoop it out with a spoon.
Did you ever have, as a kid, for like breakfast, ever have white rice with milk, butter, and sugar?
No, but I want to tomorrow.
White rice with milk, butter, and sugar.
Porridge.
So good.
Yeah, basically.
Sounds like a
porridge.
rice pudding.
Sounds like porridge.
Yeah.
You ever have congee?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
delicious.
That's like.
What is that? Why did I
Japanese.
not get any of these foods?
How did you get like that without having all
Right.
these?
You were too busy eating a sheep's face.
My mother used to make grilled chicken, skinless chicken, with salad dressing on it.
Oh.
Yeah, it was gross.
I don't know why you would ever take the skin off of the
Right?
chicken.
Yeah, because she thought that she was going to raise healthy kids.
Dawn used to make chicken cacciatore with chicken breast. I'm like,
Oh,
the
worse.
thigh.
Yeah.
You need black meat, the dark meat
Yeah.
for the flavor.
Absolutely.
Like even when we had pork chops in there, she cuts the fat.
Oh no.
Oh.
I don't
Get out.
understand that. It's
Yeah.
like you have a little bit of fat, but when you bite into that fat, it's like it gives all the
Pork and
flavor.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, pork
Delicious.
fat's the best fat.
All right, we got to take a break. I got to go get me some. I got to get me a bowl of rice
Let's go
and
make
hair.
some pork chops and rice.
Gross. When we come back, we're going to play Read My Lips, which we haven't done, I don't think, since we've been in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm excited for Bob to play.
All right. I'm going to set it up on my computer so that way you don't have to go anywhere, Bob. You can
There you
just-
go, Bob.
Thanks, man. I
I'll
love
YouTube
these
it
little
up.
things. I'm gonna put
I know,
one in
right?
my-
Yeah, I got him on the teaser, Carmen.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he loves
What's
them.
the flavor?
He likes the cherry. I wouldn't. Those are spicy, Bob. The bang and cherry are actually like spicy. They.
When are you going to the warehouse, Carmen?
I'm probably going next week.
All right.
Load it up.
Do you want
I'm running
company?
real low.
If you want to come, yeah.
Yeah, I would
It's
go
over
with
this
you.
way. We can
Yeah.
go do lunch.
I'm
okay.
down. Yes.
I love them. They're really good.
Yeah.
I'd love to squeeze lunches out of broads.
She offered. I didn't say I was going to go with her to the warehouse.
She
It
And
wasn't-
he's gonna
casually
buy
just
me
said,
lunch.
yeah,
Enjoy your
and
lunch.
normally I buy her lunch.
Right. It's
Oh.
every like 2 to 3.
Yeah,
All right. Enjoy your lunch.
I will.
Give me some creamsicle. Eating crema tuna.
Crematuna.
I'm going to take a break. It is the Mike Calta Show. We'll play Read My Lips next on 102.5 The Bone. Tickets to UFC 303, which I'm very much looking forward to checking out. I'm more excited about going to Vegas, but I'm also excited about the fight. But until Conor McGregor shows up for a press conference, I'm not going to be satisfied.
He ain't gonna win either. He's done, dude.
I don't care if he wins. I just want to see him fight because I think he is done. But
He's done.
I don't know.
Put on too much weight. You seen the difference when he was at his fighting weight
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
to now?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but 2 weeks of cocaine will get that right out of his system. He's been out partying and doing shots and stuff. I'm betting on Chandler, and I'm
doing the
going out there
roids.
for it. Wow.
Doing the roids. He's doing the tea.
I think it's a good combination if you're a fighter.
Dana White was talking the other day, and they were asking about the whole thing, how it came about that they bought the UFC, and that story is such a great story because he was representing Tito Ortiz at the time.
Oh, really?
And and Tito was fighting in before it was, UFC what it is now. The other guy that owned it, and he was like, "Hey, we need this money," and he goes, "Hey, we don't have it. We don't have that money. There's no money. We don't have any money." Like yelled at him like that, and so Dana called the Fertitta brothers, and he goes, "Hey, I think the UFC's for sale because the guy didn't have the money, and they bought it for $2 million.
That's
They
insane.
bought it for $2 million. Last estimate worth about $12 to $13 billion.
Now, what do the Fertitta brothers do? Like, to me, they sound like they would be chasing Woody Harrelson for money that he owes.
I believe they have
Casino
casinos, yeah, and so I don't know whether that was the first thing that they had. I don't know what they built up to get the casinos, but I do know they own casinos,
Okay.
and so they've got a lot of money for sure.
Yeah,
Good
they have
for
a
him.
resort. Their big thing was a casino resort in
They had
Vegas, outside of
South
Vegas.
Point, right? I think it
Oh,
was.
South
Red
Point's
Point, yeah,
huge.
I think it's
I think it was
yeah,
South
one of them.
South Point is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were big casino guys. Made a lot of money. And then
South Point looks like a Walmart size place.
Dana White used to teach aerobic boxing
Yeah.
in Boston.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then the Irish mob, ran him out of town.
Oh.
They showed up one day. They were like, "We want money or something for what he was doing." He was like, "I'm out."
Spanish,
And,
why are you closing that? Why are you closing
Huh?
that?
Because I don't want anybody to sneak up on me.
Oh, okay. I'm freezing. I thought. No. It's all right. It's all right. So the Fertitta brothers, the Irish mob ran Dana White out of town.
Yeah, and then he went. He was Chuck Liddell's manager too. Tito and Chuck.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, it all seems to have worked out for him.
Red Rock Resorts. You're
Red
right.
Rock,
It's
it was
not.
Red.
It's not
Oh.
South Point.
Yeah, Red
Yeah.
Rock Resort, which was like, those boutique resorts outside,
Yeah.
but it was great.
Those are the
they-
ones the locals go to.
They were the company though. After he did buy it, and they were 40 million, I believe, 40 million in the hole, and they were about to shut the UFC down.
Right.
And they had the Ultimate Fighter, Forrest Griffin, and I forget the other guy's name. That fight on TV was such an epic battle
Oh,
and one of
yeah.
the greatest fights of all time. The ratings for that changed the game.
Stephen Bonner,
Stephen Bonner.
who's dead now.
Yeah, he died. Crazy, yeah. And so that actual fight, they always took care of those guys because that fight is what turned the company around. Because they were about to go out of business.
Yeah,
Wow.
they said the way the ratings went, it had to have been people calling their friends and being like, "You got to turn this on, you got to watch this and stuff." And they wound up giving them both contracts to UFC because it was such an unbelievable fight. But
I remember Forrest Griffin coming up.
yeah, it's wild.
It was one of the first fights on TV because I was a UFC fan. Me and Patrice, UFC 1,
Right.
UFC 2. We watched the Gracies. We were into all that stuff. We would go back and watch the Gracie Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had those old videos. They would do a Gracie Challenge anywhere, anytime, and they'd fight people. And
Do you remember because there was no weight classes, there was nothing like that. You'd have a judo guy against a boxer. Remember the boxer that had one glove on?
One glove. There was a guy wearing the gi. There was
Yeah.
a guy. Yeah, it was insane.
And you know who
It was like a video game.
You know
Yeah.
who really helped it out too? And I thought he was a jerk at the beginning. I was like, oh, this guy's coming in trying to ruin it. John McCain. John McCain said you have to have weight classes, you have to have the different thing. He goes, otherwise it's just human cockfighting.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, that's what we love.
Yeah.
But it made it a legitimate sport.
Tank habit.
It was illegal everywhere except for like Denver and Vegas and stuff like that. But yeah, the first fight, there was a guy who just came out and punched the other guy 100 times with his Roy. So they were like, no rules, no nothing. Next fight, all right, no punching in.
That's why Dana White said he's always ride or die for Trump, because when they couldn't have it the different places, Trump was like, come to Atlantic City, you can do it here. And he said, no questions asked, never back down. He's like, I'm not going to have people tell me what I can and can't have here.
Yeah.
Gowan, I know you know one of these for sure. Maybe Bobby, if you want to guess. I've apologized on the show to 2 UFC fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Who are those UFC fighters?
Uriah Faber and
Different reasons.
I'm going to say
I apologize to Uriah Faber because I said I thought that I could beat him up. Because I thought he was like Spanish size, and then all I had to do was lay on top of him. And then I got into UFC and knew Uriah Faber was, and I was like, I'm sorry for saying that.
He fought 15 guys at once.
Right. He reminded me of that. And he was like, you can go watch the video. There's a video of it. And I apologized to him. I said, I was wrong. You were right. Please don't hit me.
Did you apologize to Tito Ortiz for having Babalu call him and scare him?
No.
Okay.
No. He's Babalu.
Did you apologize to Hoist Gracie for something?
No, I made Hoist Gracie tap out.
You made him tap out.
You were there.
I remember him choking you, and you.
No.
No.
He taught me how to put the chokehold on him. And he goes, now crank it. And I cranked it. And he goes, okay. And he tapped my arm. And I was like, what? What do you mean?
He didn't make him tap out. He let you tap him out. That's a big difference.
Yes. Okay. That's probably more realistic.
And the other one was.
Hey, do you know that I went to the shooting range with him? He is an unbelievable shot. It's pick up the gun, boom, right in the center. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what focus he has or what he does, but I'm sorry, Galvin. Back to the other second guess.
You know, he was not the toughest Gracie.
Yeah,
who was
Hickson? I think
Hickson was the baddest guy. They wanted to give the youngest and the weakest Gracie to go in and wipe the floor with everybody to say to everybody, this is how great Gracie Jiu-Jitsu is. We sent in our thinnest 170 pounds, and he wiped the floor with everybody.
And I think also that Hickson was a little bit of a wild card too. They said that he wouldn't necessarily do what they planned and stuff. And Hoist was a lot better listening. Did you apologize to Rashad Evans for having to go out with Carmen?
No, I did not. I set that date up. That was not an apology.
I don't remember who the other one was.
The other one was
Frank Shamrock.
No, it was B.A. Baracus. What was his name? The guy who played B.A.
Rampage.
First, I apologize because I thought he would be a sucky actor, and he was a bad choice for BA. And then I watched the movie, and he was great in it.
He was great, and I thought for sure he was going to do more stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what his deal was because he's not even visible in the UFC. Like you never really see him do anything. He never show up to anything. But I mean, like he doesn't show up. He's not like an ambassador.
If you watch his old Pride videos when he was over in Japan, and they kind of did vlog stuff, he's kind of an inappropriate like. I bet some stuff happened behind the scenes. Was like, dude,
we can't have.
Oh yeah, I remember that interview with the female reporter, and he's just all up on her, and he's like, "Hey, baby, what's going on?" And they're like, "We're on TV. We can't do that right now."
That's funny.
Rampage was great. He was one of my favorites. When they bought Pride and they started bringing those guys over, like Vanderlei, Rampage.
Yeah.
It sucks that they brought Fedor over, but not in time. Because he was one of the best.
Right.
Boss Rutan.
Boss Rutan was Pancrase, I think it was. Did he fight in the UFC? He did. No, he won the belt.
He was champ, yeah.
Where would Crow Cop come from? Was he a UFC guy?
Croatian. I think it was Pride first and then came over to UFC.
He was Pride, but he would just throw a kick at somebody's head.
His head kick.
Knock him out. But Fedor, I mean, he would fight these guys. There's one fight where he fought this like 700-pound Asian dude in Japan. The guy fell on top of him, and it's like, oh, it's over, and he wound up winning.
That's why I thought I would beat up Uriah Faber.
You'd
fall on top of him, give him an elbow into the neck or something where he can't breathe, and it would just be over. But I know I'm wrong, and I apologize.
You goddamn right.
All right, it is time for us to give some stuff away and play a little game that we have not played. I can't even remember the last time. This is called Read My Lips.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Now, it's time to play Read My Lips on the Mike Calta Show.
Read my lips.
Bobby, you're up first. Spanish, we get Bobby in position. Mm-hmm. Bobby, you're going to put those headphones on, and you're going to be listening to music so that you can't hear what we're saying. And then Spanish is going to say a phrase to you. You're going to have 3 opportunities to understand what he's saying by simply reading his lips.
So I have to read his lips.
Spanish lips.
And you have to say it right away. You don't.
So when I say, oh, this is dangerous. Fine. Okay.
Yeah, but you just don't curse, but tell us what you think you see.
Okay.
All right. Does he have music in there?
I'm about to start playing it.
It's loud.
What is loud?
Oh, the music usually is. I didn't want it to startle him.
All right, you good? Can you hear?
Nothing.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go around. Ready? Okay.
No, I can't hear the music.
Integrity. Integrity. Bobby's got
Yeah, I
integrity.
can't hear the music. Integrity.
Nothing.
Gotcha.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob.
Bobby.
All right.
Bobby. All right, he's good.
All right.
Oh,
Wait.
What are you playing? What are you playing? Wham?
The Brooks.
all right.
All right, here we go. Thanksgiving is my favorite
Thanksgiving
holiday.
is my favorite holiday.
Whoa! Whoa!
Did I get it?
First try, yeah.
First try.
Oh, it was the music, dude.
Pick a line, Bobby.
What do you mean? Pick a
A
song?
phone line. No, just give me a line.
I'm gonna go 7 because it's Jesus' number.
Is it?
I don't know.
Good morning. Who's this?
Alex.
Alex, you're the winner, but hold on, okay? It's going to be a minute.
Sweet.
All right.
Thank
good
you.
enough.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, Bobby, you
Yes.
now do Galvin.
All right. I'm going to put my headphones.
So now you will give him the phrase, Bobby.
Yes.
Okay. Good luck.
Let me know when you're ready, Galvin.
And it can't be like a whole sentence. Keep it to
Yeah.
a few words. And
Just a
stuff.
phrase.
Here, let me crank this up. All right.
Pumpernickel bread is the best.
Barbecue
bread.
ribs are the best.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh.
Let me tell you what.
Yeah, no, too.
Pumpernickel bread is the best bread.
Mommy always said you're the best.
No, one more.
Say the same phrase. Pumpernickel bread is the best.
Barbecue brisket?
What I do?
What was it?
Pumpernickel bread is the best.
Oh, I had the best.
You had the best.
Damn it.
But you also had Mommy's boy. Mommy said you're always the best.
Pumpernickel was hard.
We have no winner there. All right, Galvin, you feed Spanish now.
All right.
All right.
Spanish, get your headphones on. Get locked in. Here we go.
Make sure you turn it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No cheating over there. Salt and pepper mustache. All right, here we go. Galvin is feeding Spanish.
Everybody's working for the weekend.
Everybody's working for the weekend.
Wow! Wow. All right, pick a line.
I feel like your guys' music isn't loud enough.
Yeah.
Good morning. Who's this?
Hey, it's Brian.
Hi, Brian. You're the other winner. Please hold on. Stand by. Wow, you were too good at that, Bob.
Yeah. First try.
I think it was the food we were talking about. I was thinking about Thanksgiving dinner.
I don't have a headphone. I mean, I can plug into
I can
this
bring my
laptop.
computer over there.
Or if Joe wants to stand up, he can come over here and do it. you know,
Okay. All right. Yeah. You want to do it, Joe?
You feed him? You want to feed him?
Oh, sure. I'll feed him.
right.
Yeah, and I could bring, like I said, I could bring my laptop over there and hold it while you do
Yeah,
yours.
you do it.
All right. Well, let's do Joe first, and I'll do the last round. What? Yeah,
Grab your
all right.
microphone.
Are we gonna have a problem with the switching, Joe?
Yeah, well, it's all right.
Just do it.
All right. There we go. You got to put the headphones in first.
Oh, why is he panicking like he's?
Here, you can use my microphone, Joe.
It's an old man trying to
Well,
figure
I
out
mean,
how to
geez,
use a
it's like
remote
he's-
control.
It's like he's carrying plates into a kitchen.
The best is his mumble the whole time.
All right.
What's wrong with you?
All right. Oh my God. There you go. Yeah, we know the process.
Does he break if he hits something?
Still mumbling.
What?
All right, I'm going to start it low, and then I'm going to crank it up. It's going to get loud, Joe. You ready?
Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
Facing the wrong way.
Is it playing or no?
Joe.
You're doing it?
Yeah.
This is frightening. Turn it the other way. Oh my God!
There we go.
He's so-
What is happening over
Hello,
there?
Michael.
All right. Can you hear me?
I'm ready.
Okay. Dolphins love sardines.
Salvador Dali is a genius.
Dolphins love sardines.
The Office is not for dumb.
Dolphins love sardines.
Telephones sometimes don't answer.
No, you are not a winner. You are not a winner. Okay, unplug. Go back to your hole.
I don't think we
did
need
not
to
win.
put the music on for him.
No.
Holy cow!
And it's so funny, Mike. You don't need to whisper.
I know you
Well,
are.
I was.
Everyone does it, but it's.
I didn't know how well Joe can hear me. He was so close. Dolphins love sardines.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds nice.
Salvador Dali is a genius. It was pretty close.
Wow, it was close.
It's funny because whenever you do it, not only do you whisper, you move your
well,
mouth.
I was trying to dolphins.
I
love
know,
sardines.
but that makes it so much worse.
Harder?
Like if you
Dolphins
just do
love
it
sardines.
regular, you're like, okay, that's how people normally sound. They don't talk.
Unless you can't have.
Yeah. Do you have peanut butter in your mouth? All
All right, Spanish, bring me your gimmick, and I'll do it over here for the final round. We'll do the last round. And then
All
we'll
right,
have to
who's
take a
giving to
break.
you, Joe? Or Bobby, or who?
I don't. You let Bobby do it.
All right.
All right. Hold on.
Think of another phrase, Bobby, and then he'll get ready.
Give me
And
headphones into my ears. Yeah.
they have hair and rice on them.
They're in.
Oh, no.
All right.
Is this a Brooks? Oh, hold on. All right.
Ready?
Ready.
You have the same breast size as my mother.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, I don't know what he said, but it was like a
You
half
gotta
hour.
think like 4 to
keep
5
it
words,
like
four words,
four
right?
words.
Hold on. All right.
You have big boobs.
You have man boobs. Is that what he said?
No.
You have big boobs.
You make mean poops?
One
Am
more.
I close? Hold on.
You have big boobs.
Say it again.
You have big boobs.
I keep seeing you have man boobs. Yeah.
You're close.
What was it?
Very
You have big boobs.
Oh, that's not nice.
I'm sorry.
Should have said man boobs.
The first one was a paragraph.
Yeah, what did you say the first time?
Your boobs are the same size as my mother or something.
Oh my God, your mother. Well, there you go. That's a round of Read My Lips.
That's
you-
the funnest game I like that game.
Yeah, right?
You don't have
Let's
to
do
think.
Let's do that every.
Bob, you're good at that game. You're right out of the gate, first
Yeah.
line.
Let's do it again.
And that's a fun game to like play at parties and when you're
Yeah.
drunk and stuff like that. Like just if you're kind of bored trying to figure out what to do, it's just fun to do at home.
That'd be fun to play at a party, but it'd also be awful to get rejected by everybody who's like, no.
No.
Yeah.
Why are we playing games?
Yeah, but
We're adults.
So I guess we're not going to bang? All right, well, get out of here.
What is this, the 70s? Want to put your keys in a bowl too, you weirdo?
I was hoping for Chinese checkers.
You want to play some Yahtzee after that?
oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun, Bob. You're very good. We found a game you're good at.
Yeah, something with no intelligence. You need nothing except. I was actually deaf from when I was till I was 10.
No, you were not.
What?
Craig Gash, you were not. Yeah. You know sign language?
Yeah, do you know that I know sign language and you're not doing anything?
Dude, are you nuts? Watch this.
Spell your name. Yeah.
B.
No.
B.
I love that you talk like a deaf person where you're not
I love you.
No.
Take my heart and bang bang.
You are beautiful.
You are beautiful too.
Nice try.
You are strong and make me feel good inside.
I feel like that's going to get us canceled somehow.
Why?
Just Bobby.
I'm just saying what I feel about Galvin.
All right. I hear you. Before we go to break, I want to tell you about my friends at Superheat and Air, and I'm going to ask you, how was it? You slept for the first night last night in the cold room with the new AC.
It was great. The only,
AKA the meat locker.
I mean, I took a hot shower, and as soon as I got out, I had to go back into the shower
It's cold.
and dry off. But it's amazing. Up there.
Yeah,
It's
that's how I
beautiful.
like it. Especially, I mean, you saw how hot it was yesterday outside, and how beautiful it is in here. Penguins live in here comfortably. It is nice and cool in here, and that is because my friends from Superheat and Air came by and put a new unit in the home, And I barely have it. The inspector hasn't even come yet, and it is kicking. It is working great, and I can't thank those guys enough. And if you want a new unit for your home, you can do it as well. No interest, no payments for 18 months. There's several different units for you to choose from. They even have the new SEER units where they can come in and get the ones that suck the humidity right out of your house, and they get it as cold as can be. And then maybe you don't need a new unit, but you do need a cleaning tune on the unit. They do that as well. All you need to do is go to superheatandair.com. And I wish to God you people would listen to me and put it in your phone. Take it down in case there's an emergency and you can't get a hold of me over the weekend and you're trying to remember the name. Superheatandair.com. You go there. There's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's an emergency line there, and they'll get somebody out to you if you need them. It is superheatandair.com. Put it in your phone, bookmark it, earmark it, whatever you do, and call them when you need them, whether it be for a clean and tune, an emergency, a new unit. They do it all. Superheatandair.com. We'll take a quick break. Tara Canastraci is here. She will join us next on 102.5 The Bone. Tara Canastraci is here with us. She is in town this weekend. It's good to see you. Ironically, last time you were here, Bobby was also here in town.
Bobby and I were together last time.
Yeah. What did you do? No. We were here. You're doing the show together.
Yeah.
Yes. I was joking.
Clarification.
Yeah.
Now, not that I didn't think this before, but what did you do? You look hotter today.
I probably just
What?
have a little bit of makeup on.
How do you say
Is
that?
that
to
how
a-
much? It's okay. I'll take. Could I look hotter than the night you saw me? Maybe I was like dying the last time we were here too. I was sick.
I was dying the
January.
last time that we were together. So
On stage?
On stage, yeah. Dude, can I just tell you something? I never. You can put me up on a stage in front of 10,000 people. I don't have any fear or anything like that, and I'll make it through my 5 minutes. I was the worst. I was on a wobbly table.
It was a different circumstances.
With cigar smoke filling my lung. I just was totally out of sorts for me, and I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Buddy, I barely made it out of there alive.
Yeah.
I mean, every time I moved, the stage would like wobble.
Right.
But it felt like it was going to give away. So I couldn't move. So it like hampered everything. Plus the guy was drunk who tried to pee behind the bar.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he got kicked out.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know whether you heard about him, because wasn't he laying on the bathroom floor or something?
Yeah, so I was sitting there during your set.
The guy that you were talking to.
My favorite line came from there, but yeah.
From
him.
What did he say?
I forgot. I said, look, he looked like he gave up resolutions in the 80s or something. He was gone.
Yeah.
He was plastered. Yeah.
At one point, he was in the bathroom on the floor, and there were cops there, and I was like, "All right, this is how this is ending." Yeah, but that was a good idea. That was a good deal at the cigar bar. If
You
you're,
know what? It was a cool event. Bobby
Yeah.
and I did those like a year prior, and they just really are cool events.
yeah, I think the place is great, and the
We've
event
done-
was a great idea.
We've done two of them that she put together, and they were awesome. Cigar people are the best crowds in the world because they'll let you get away with anything.
Yeah.
And they're smoking. For me, it's the best. But that one was a little weird.
It was weird, but
I felt bad too because I invited Abby from Mayor's Jewelers.
Uh-huh.
She can't. She's a friend. Come and see me, and she saw me there. And then when I got off, she was gone.
Oh, wow!
You know what I mean? I was like,
left early.
I was like, I'm never going to be invited to Mayor's again. You know what I mean?
How was it? It was good.
No, but you thought it was good, right? Why? Did you like it? Did you have a good time?
No, I had to leave early. She had to leave early.
That's so
the
funny.
exact.
I think I left my oven on. I don't know.
That's the exact voice. No, it's good.
Yeah, you're up there and had the microphone.
Did you like that one joke that I did?
All of them.
It actually was. See, it was way better to other people than it was probably to us. We definitely hated it more.
No, I several of our listeners were there, and they had a great time.
Yeah. Everybody
no.
else raved, but we
Yeah.
just all wanted to.
Anyway, Tara is here now. You were going to be at Side Splitters in. You're there the whole weekend.
Yeah, I'll be there. No, headlining Saturday evening and Sunday, 8:00.
Okay.
8:15, yeah.
Okay, those are just the show. Those are the only
That's
shows
it.
you're doing. Okay, on Saturday and on Sunday, and Side Splitters, of course, right near us, right up the block here. But we will be in Port Charlotte,
Yeah.
the opposite ends of the world.
We'll be rocking it down in Port Charlotte.
Uh-huh.
I love it. And then you'll be up here rocking it at Side Splitters. I don't know how to say it.
You didn't.
You're gonna be where Bassani's? Is that?
Versani's. Yeah. I love it. I love that club.
I love that she said you're going to be at Visani's correctly, and you go, yeah, Versani's.
Yeah.
Versani's.
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 Yeah.
Visani.
Visani.
No, there's no R in there.
Versanos.
No.
No, and it's not an O.
Versani's. I'll be at Versace this weekend. Are we gonna do the? Remember the last time we went though, maybe 2 times ago, we both did deprivation tanks.
Yeah.
We were floating in water. He was such a jerk.
Why?
Because I put on like affirmation. You can put affirmation, and I went totally black.
Let me explain to everybody what that. You know what this is?
No.
This is a room that you go in. It's like a spa.
Okay.
You go in, you lock the door. They have a pool, like a big jacuzzi built into
Did I
in
say
the
the
ground.
right word? What was the word I used?
It is a deprivation, but it's not like a chamber. It's just a room with like a little jacuzzi
But
type
there's
pool.
so
in it.
much salt water in the thing that you float. You just float. So if you shut all the lights out and you can put certain music, I literally went to space. Like it feels like you're floating in space. It's crazy.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And then you're supposed to, think about thoughts and all this stuff and cleanse your brain and all that. And I laid there, fell asleep for a minute. Thought about summer camp for a little bit. I don't know. I was just getting bored. Got up, took a shower. This guy goes in the room and puts on affirmations to tell him how great he is while he's in there. I mean,
That is not an affirmation.
Yes, it is. You can do it, Bob. You're the best Bob in the whole world.
Oh man!
But you can hear him walking by, going, "It ain't working."
It was. I don't know.
It's just like peace of mind, or is it like other benefits, like
It's peace of-
anti-inflammatory and all that other stuff?
I don't know. Everything says that. Yeah, my
It's just
ankles
cool.
are still swollen. So who knows? From a cheeseburger I ate 12 years ago. Yeah, it's supposed to be like, peaceful, and you kind of cleanse your, whatever.
Ooh, I was my biggest at the time, but me and him did that, and then we went out and we bought all kinds of healthy little snacks because they have those healthy yoga snacks. And we're like, let's do that, and then of course we went and had lunch right after that.
I subscribed for about all of 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and then,
I mean, it's if I'm into that kind of lifestyle, it's great. But
It's a great spa.
Yeah. They got a nice little spa out there.
Salt. We did a salt room.
Yeah.
You ever do one of those?
Yep, I've done a salt room.
So I don't know. We were supposed to just sitting there annoyed because we can't be next to each other quiet for more than a couple minutes.
No, we're supposed to be in there and breathe, and we're in there just looking at the walls, going, "I don't know. You think this is doing anything? I
Yes.
don't know.
I don't know what a salt room is, but I guess it did something.
I don't know.
Yeah, we had a good time, man.
I don't know, but I don't want my
Sounds
wife.
like it.
I don't want my wife to go there because the next thing you know, we'll be putting salt bricks in our bathrooms,
But salt-
building a room in the
The
other
big
end.
pink ones.
Yeah. Now, Tara does a lot of stuff on social media. Have you been out with the Italian words lately?
I've done them. I'm doing the New York Italian phrases now. 'Cause
What-
that
oh,
seems to
phrases.
be, phrase like things your mother would say to you, like hold your horses.
You're a
and
loser.
things.
You're
Yeah.
fat. Your dad's not coming
Not
back.
your mother.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Therapy session.
What else? Because I did see one the other day that I was like, 100%.
From here to kingdom come.
Yeah. I'll beat your ass from here to Kingdom Come.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And you still doing the podcast?
I'm still doing the podcast with Chaz. I did it before I left for Tampa.
Yeah. Well, what does he talk about every week? What do you guys get into?
People will like phone in questions or email questions. I should say we have guests on sometimes.
Yeah.
and-
I don't know. I feel like after he seems like the guy like after 3, he's like, all right, I'm done with this. Yeah. He just seems short tempered.
Believe it or not, he like if we can record, sometimes we have to record in advance because I've been gone. I've been in LA for like 3 months.
Right.
And he'll like, let's do 4 today. He just goes one after the other. Like
Really?
he has all the energy,
Holy Christ. What are you doing in LA?
I just went out there for a couple months just to like work the clubs. and
Yeah. I was
Get
there.
a difference. I needed to change it.
She's the hardest working, like one of the as a new comics, one of the hardest working comics.
What do you
I've
like the best in LA, club wise?
I like the Ice House in Pasadena. Believe it or not.
Yeah. What about? Did you do the Hollywood Improv?
I did.
Did you go upstairs into the green room where you have to crawl under the wall to get to the other side?
Yeah.
Is that the most insane thing you'll ever see?
Not for me.
Yeah.
What do you mean not for you?
Now.
Yeah, but still, dude, I'm almost 6'3". I went underneath that thing and my back hit and I got stuck in the middle and panicked for a second. I mean, you can always drop to your belly and go under like a soldier.
That used to be the offices before the improvs were like everywhere and the biggest thing and levity and all that stuff. That used to be the offices. So I think Robert Hartman is the owner of all the improvs, and he used to be up there. And he's the big guy. And Aaron, who I love, who booked all the improvs. I went there one day to get something, a check from Aaron. Whatever. He was there, and he came out. The owner of the improvs, blah blah blah, big guy. And I don't know why. I just walked up and like held him.
What do you mean?
He came at me like he wanted a hug.
Yeah.
he was just coming at me to shake my hand.
And you reached out and hugged him?
Awkwardly.
I just grabbed him and held him, and then I was like, I'm hugging you. and then I was like, guys, take care. And I left. I'm like, I called Dawn. I'm like, I just hugged him. She's like, who? I'm like, the owner of the Improv. She's like, why? I'm like, I don't know. He was going in for a hug, I thought, but he was going in for a handshake. But the last minute, I just grabbed him and held him. And I held him. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4. I was like,
wow.
It was so. I actually apologized years later. I saw him. I'm sorry for that hug. He's
Did
like,
he remember?
Yeah.
Oh,
He did, really?
he did.
Yeah, he did remember. He was like, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. So it did bug him.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You go out with the boyfriend, the husband? What do you have? I don't remember. I met him last
I have
time.
a husband, yeah.
Husband. And he goes out to LA with you?
No, I've been going by myself. Yeah, and I've been
How
going like
lucky are
10 day
you?
stints. I've been gone from like February.
And do you think he loves that? Or do you think he
No,
misses you?
I don't. I
No.
think he misses me.
Because you're Italian. You probably take care of him.
Let me tell you, before I left for Tampa, I had like 4 breakfasts out. I had a whole thing for lunch, directions, dinners in the fridge.
That's so funny. I was watching an old episode of The Sopranos the other day. It's when Bobby's wife dies, and they open the freezer, and everybody's bringing over food just for him to store. And he opens it up, and he had his wife's. That was a last ziti.
Yeah, big ziti. He didn't want to eat it. Told Janice that.
Yeah.
She made him. Yeah.
Have you rewatched The Sopranos?
So I just rewatched it.
Yeah.
Because my husband had never seen it.
How is that?
I know,
my brother-in-law
I know.
is the same way. Like he watches all the cool shows, and he goes, "I just watched The Sopranos." How did he pass that up, especially with you?
Let me tell you something. It hits differently when you, for at least for me as a woman 20 years later. I like resonated with Carmela in ways I've never.
Oh, really?
You know, I looked at her so differently then. Now I'm like, I feel you.
Yeah. You related to Meadow the first time you watched it, and Carmela
probably.
the second?
Yeah, Carmela the
that's
second.
funny.
They actually they're doing a documentary.
On the
It's
show?
Yeah, on the show. I think it comes out in Tribeca next week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to tell you, it was one of the most amazing television experiences. Even I watch it now, some of it's kind of silly, but those characters and the idea of Paulie Walnuts.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever met him?
I don't know if I ever met Tony Sirico.
I spent a little time with him one day, and I know why he's such a good actor, because he's the same person in real life. Like he's that guy,
which is really hard to do on camera. Be yourself.
yeah, that's what they say. I remember when Howard was filming his movie, everybody told him that it was the hardest thing was to play himself, which seems like it'd be easier. But this guy, was just that Paulie Walnut's face that he makes with the eyes and all that. That's impossible to come up with if you're, I don't know. I don't know if he gets enough credit. That's
the authenticity of it. The same with Bronx Tale. Like some characters, De Niro just went, like Mush was really the Mush. Like,
oh, really?
He was like, there's nobody else that can play this guy but this guy.
The Mush, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if they know, like, I mean, Chaz probably knows because we brought it up to him too, and we had him on about how nice can't leave is the takeaway line from that movie for everything, for every situation. It comes up. But the same thing with Mush. Whenever I'm doing anything and I'm losing, I yell, "Come on, Kryptonite!" You know, just from that movie.
Right.
That scene is just is great. It's great, and that whole story about him hanging on to that is the best part about it. Not willing to give it up.
Yeah, absolutely. He actually just did. It premieres also in Tribeca. I'm going Thursday. The world premiere of the A Bronx Tale, the one-man show.
Yeah,
it's a film now.
Oh, really? Good, because I never, for some reason. It's been here a couple of times, and I've never been in town to go see it.
It's still two different experiences. Did you like the one-man show?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I saw it. I was like
incredible.
second row. He spits a lot.
He says that, yeah.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Chaz spits.
He gets a little
he gets into
juicy.
It. He gets a little
plays
juicy.
every character.
Plays everything. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, and to think about it, I mean, I can't even imagine. It's so funny. I think they're doing a deprivation tank on TV right now. How weird is that? We're
That's an ice water. That's an ice plunge.
All right, you could have made me feel good for a second.
It's a new deprivation tank that they have.
Thank you,
It's
Bob. That's all you have to
fantastic.
do.
We should get you one.
I can't. Have you ever done that?
No,
Ice plunge?
I try to do the cryotherapy.
Yeah.
It lasted maybe 20 seconds. I said, get me out.
I did the cryo.
Mm-mm.
I don't mind that. I go in there and I was like, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. And then next thing you know, I go, all right, I got 2 minutes left and I could do it. But there's no way I think I can get in that cold water. I'm way too much of a pussy for that.
Why would your house is an ice plunge? Why would it affect you?
Seriously, if we go in the pool and the pool is 85 degrees, I'm like, it's a little nippy in here. I mean, it just gets I'm too sensitive for that.
I like it. I did it. I go in the lake In
No,
the
I
summer,
can't. No,
I go
cold
right-
one.
we take a nice walk and then dive right into the lake.
You know what I say to that? Skivats. There's
Skivats?
no way I'm putting my feet on the bottom of
That's
that lake.
a word. That's a word.
That is a
One of my
word.
words. Shkibat.
Yeah, there's no way I'm letting my feet touch the bottom of that lake.
Dude, it's sand.
It's not sand.
It's sand.
It's dirty mud.
I will bet you $1,000 if you come up to the lake this summer, it's sand. Like a
Yeah,
beach.
it may be, but it's just gross to me. It's brown water sand, and it doesn't make it seem like it's enjoyable.
It's not brown water sand. What
And
are you
I've
talking
lived
about?
here too long. Everything with water has alligators in it. I don't want to take any chances.
There's no alligators in New Hampshire.
I know. I know. I'm just saying. There's something in there I'm not going to
Yeah,
enjoy.
a perch.
Yeah.
So what?
I don't need a perch nipping at my knees.
Nobody's gonna nip at your knees unless you have food on them.
You never know. I'm looking forward to being out with you this weekend. But also, I think that I wouldn't be mad if I was stuck here in Tampa.
I think this is the last time I'm playing Tampa for a while.
You were just here.
We've been to Sarasota, Tampa, Versailles, and then I don't think I'm going to be playing here for a year and a half.
Well,
Florida in general, you mean?
Yeah.
You're here in August for the cruise.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be great.
What's that?
Our show does a cruise every year.
April,
What did I say?
August.
Oh man, so you won't be here for like a year.
Thank God he's here. People will be buying tickets in August.
The show does a cruise every year, and every year we try to bring somebody with us. And Bobby's coming on the cruise this year.
Yeah.
And
It's
what
one-
is this,
it's
your
the fun-
third?
It's the funnest cruise. I've
It
been
is
on a
fun.
few of the comedy cruises.
Yeah.
It's the funnest one.
because we have real listeners that are coming. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
but
know,
it's
it's hard to explain.
But it's fun in the even when we were going in to eat. All the fans are in the dining room in our section.
Yeah.
Which is when we were walking through that one time, and I'd walk in, Bobo.
Yeah.
That was just wild.
It's designed for us to be associated with the listeners, not to be hidden from them, so
Which is so nice for them.
well, yeah, but honestly, it's good for us too, because we never get to see these people. We have to, hopefully they're listening and we know that they're out there, but we don't get to know who any of them are. So we get to spend a couple of days on the water with them, bring a comedian with us or a band or something.
Did you bring in somebody else?
I don't know. We're working on it.
Okay.
I think we're going to do that. We're working on it this year.
You feel like you're not enough?
Well, I do feel that way inside all the time. If that's what you're asking my internal thoughts every day.
By the way, not only best one, original one. Now everybody does a cruise. We've been doing it 18 years.
I'm
Radio
telling you.
stations?
No, like every wrestler, every band, every comedian, every podcast has a cruise now.
This is why your cruise is the best. Because when you do these other cruises, they go up to their little special place and they don't come down.
Yeah.
I get it. But I remember I came out one night, I think it was at like 1 a.m. You guys were all had instruments, all the fans were around, people were drunk, partying, having a good time, and you were just singing songs with the fan. Remember that?
Yeah, when I went on Bert's cruise, there was security outside my room 24 hours. I
They
was
won't
like,
let us in.
what are you stopping? The first time we got off the elevator, like, you're not supposed to be on this floor. I'm like, well, that's my room, so it'd be hard to get there. But that was the thing. There was security everywhere, and you couldn't do it. I mean, obviously they had a lot of people there, but this is not our deal. We're there right in the middle of the whole roost, hanging out with the people.
Blast.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I feel really bad now that it's not in August. I was really looking forward to going on that cruise.
Yeah, so I'm not coming
couple
for
of
a year.
weeks. I know. Well, see you in April next year. I know the show's coming up on an end. I want to make sure everybody knows. Tara, tell me again. You're at Side Splitters this weekend.
in Tampa, Saturday night and Sunday.
What are you doing tonight?
Tonight, I'm actually going to be with Vic DiBattista.
Oh, you're there.
Yeah, I'll be there with him, yeah.
So and so Vic is there tonight and tomorrow in the late show.
Early show.
Early show. He doesn't do the late show.
No. It'll just be me on the late show, and then me on Sunday alone.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, she went up in front of a crowd of dudes at the Lyceum Club. It's Lyceum Boys Club in Terrytown. It's just dudes. It's a cigar lounge.
Yeah.
Old school. And it's just all men. And she went up and killed it. Killed it. So, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, in front of all those guys, plumbers and all that.
What made you decide to do this? To do comedy?
The cigar. Oh, comedy in general? I just always wanted to.
You always wanted to be a
drawn to
comedian.
it. No, I've always loved comedy. And then I
Right.
think when I saw it, like I think it was like the last Comic Standing came out, I was like so excited to watch it. And then it was like bothering me.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, what is this? Because I love watching people do their thing and try, reach for their, I love all that. And then I was like getting bitter about it. And I was like, well, that's not like me.
Yeah. And so how long have you been doing it?
11 years.
Holy cow. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah, I knew it was coming. Go see Tara. She'll be at Sides Producers Weekend headlining on Saturday and Sunday.